Welcome to the Isle of Misfit Rolls, a 5e D&D actual play podcast and live stream where the only difference between heroes and villains is perspective. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Don't forget to catch this episode on YouTube later on this week and on Sunday on podcast networks around the globe. Today, we are joined by the people who normally join us. And I have the Twitch stream open, so I know where everyone is right now. I'm not clicking. We are joined in the top middle by the nobleman of note-taking himself, playing as our fighter, who's also a hobgoblin, Jake.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Happy Tuesday.
And in that top right square, we have the Queen of Slice and Dice herself, playing as our sticky finger tiefling rogue, Tally. We have Jenny. And in that middle square, keeping this stream running those ones and those twos, playing as our divination wizard, giving people ones and twos, we have Almus, also known as Adam.
You can now call me the Elden Lord. That'll be all.
Ooh.
And in that middle threw me off with the sunglasses. And for context, someone just beat Elden Ring. Yeah. And in that middle right square, rolling the ones and twos, bleeding from the eyes, saying mean things about our beloved Mo, playing as our blood hunter, Aviana, we have Erica.
I will beat that one knight in front of Stormvale Castle one day, I promise. It'll happen.
And in the bottom middle square, our newest player, playing as our, now I can say, our tiefling, paladin tiefling, playing as Laurel, we have Ellen.
Hi. She has a name now. Kind of.
We don't have a one-liner for you, which we will get to. And in that bottom right square, blah 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 words.
You'll get it. It's fun.
And in that bottom right square, the D&D vet that keeps this DM in check, playing as our local trash panda, Bach, we have Gray.
Sure.
And in the top left square, your DM, tripping over his words, you have me, Mike. But if I wanted to know what happened last session, where would I go?
Here. Hello, everyone. Here to recap is me, Tavrock. Jake. Last time we played, it was the night of the events of the previous session, where we had discovered this tiefling menace that was tracking down half of our party, and Tavrock had just discovered another hobgoblin in town, where he was supposed to go meet that hobgoblin for a weird wooded rendezvous. It turns out, though, it wasn't Zodug who sent him the letter, and when he got to the woods, his former captain of his banner of the Burned Legion, Gorog the Vicious, emerged, fully clad in armor, from the woods, and tried to tell Tavrock that he was taking him back to the Legion, and there was all this drama happening, and Tavrock was very confused. But then the real Zodug appeared from behind him and snapped him out of it. And it was just some weird hallucination he was experiencing. So that's a really good sign for me and my mental health in the game. That's good. While that was going on, there was the fight with the as then unnamed tiefling. Now we know their name is Laurel, tracking down our party. But the party turned around and upended our tiefling adversary and knocked them unconscious, tied them up, and then did some shenanigans with all of their gear to realize they had a very old and darkness-imbued spear, and lots of other very old accessories as well. They then woke them up and questioned them a bit before Almus's lovely magic cured some weird half-darkness thing that was going on with Laurel, and they became much more amicable and talking to the party and being very nice. And we noticed they had a lot of Solaris gear on, including a necklace that was very important, seems like. At that point, the party reconvened in the tent in the caravan, and that's where we ended our session. So, how will things fare with our new ally? Will the Legion continue to chase our friend Tavrock? How will our journey on the caravan go? We'll find out on this week's episode of the Isle of Misfit Rolls.
Oh.
And as we figure out the history of swimming pools, we are back to playing Dungeons and/or Dragons. And welcome back, you fine, attractive listeners and watchers and other people. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, none of us players are attractive.
I've gone down in the deep
Sweet,
end
I can
of
go
this mythological pool. All right, so yes, last week we finished off in Luthander's tent, and after Luthander brought some food and some snacks, whatnot, Laurel had mentioned that they are quite hungry, and therefore some food has been given to Laurel, who is, I'm assuming, fully untied now, has been reunited with their spear, feeling complete once again. Everyone's still kind of, still whatnot. Aviana's still making eyes at the little one from Real Down Under sitting on almost his shoulder.
I look, there will be two things that I will complete in my life. I will fight that stupid knight in Stormvale Castle, and I will destroy this small thing. It will happen.
Small man.
This tiny man. Sweet. Now what? Okay. Oh.
I assume it's
did I
time for a
prepare
rest, unless
anything?
anyone has things going on.
Welcome to D&D, where what are we doing? Tavrock just walked in. Wait a second.
Let's say
Yeah,
Tavrock
yeah,
just
yeah,
walked
yeah,
in.
yeah.
And Laurel's here. And I will explain to Tavrock what has happened. We fought this person. They were trying to capture us. Oh,
I know, she's
Laura
great.
already told us part of that story. And now we are here.
We got a little bit of that last time.
Yeah, we're here now. You're caught up.
Man, that's crazy.
It's wild. It doesn't make any
Crazy
sense.
all that happened that time.
It's
Just
so
very
much.
recently.
I'm
Just now.
glad we were able to talk about it. Laurel, I do have a question before you go to sleep because you're probably very injured. Now that you're free of your control spell or whatever God did to you, what do you plan to do now that you seem to be free?
And she's like munching on we
Oh.
lost our DM. Oops.
Oh no!
Well,
Everything
oh no!
is
I'm
shifting.
gonna go to a hold screen.
Everyone can have a billion experience. Whose name am I?
Wait, is he actually back?
Yeah, he's right.
Am I back?
Yes,
Oh,
you're
I-
back.
Hello.
I
Yes.
Nice.
couldn't see in my my little tab underneath. You were still just like a random picture.
Whoops.
Just let me know when we're live
Say
again.
the intro.
We're
again.
live.
Oh well.
Nope.
whoops.
Oh, we are live.
We're going now. Don't worry about it. We called you out. So I will look at Laurel because I don't remember. I asked you what your plans are. I believe something like that.
Yeah, she finishes the mouthful of whatever Luthander had brought to the tent, and
It's like
she looks at
bread or
you.
something.
They were apricots.
Oh.
Okay,
whatever.
great. She looks at you curiously and says, "What do you mean by you said whatever God did to you? What do you mean by that?
Oh,
Was it not your Pope? He is not the same thing as your God, I assume."
not my god.
Yep.
No,
Oh no.
I believe that the Pope is being what do you call it? Not misinterpreted.
Inhabited.
Yeah. They
By
brought
something.
someone brought back a god, which seemed to be kind of on the evil side, and the god killed the Pope, and now someone's pretending to be the Pope. I'm assuming it's the evil god that killed the Pope in the first place, and is now probably controls half the world. Whatever. I don't know.
I mean, the Pope was definitely evil the whole time too, right? Like
Yeah.
he did all this. I don't know the whole time. I don't
okay.
know his life, but at least the time that I've known him, which was about 11 minutes.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean the evil God? Because
Okay. How many
uh,
gods do you know about?
I know about the one that was sealed by the Children of Light,
That's the
and I was
one.
there.
Mm-hmm.
I was there.
Wait. Excuse me.
Oh wait, did we leave
What?
the part out?
Repiten, por favor. You were there?
And she looks like she's almost startled to have said that, like it came out of her mouth, and she goes, "Yeah, I was. I fought against them, and then I fought for them.
Who did you fight against?
I fought against the Children of Light, and then I fought for them."
Oh.
Why were you fighting against them?
She looks at you and she kind of laughs and she says, "This is a funny question to come from someone who is the same as me. We were children of
Oh.
darkness.
Yeah.
That is what we were."
I mean, I guess, but I mean, I guess I've never known anything different
That's
than
definitely
the
the
Children
way
of Light.
It's definitely a way the group called the Children of Light would think about people like us, so that doesn't surprise me actually.
Why was there a heel turn, or would it be a face turn? Why did you turn?
Face turned at that point.
She looks at you and she says, I remember I light, but I cannot remember much else. But I do remember changing sides."
All right. Yeah, the one that you sealed away. Pretty sure that's the one pretending to be the Pope. So
Yeah, yes, but let's back up for a second about the fact that this has been released upon the world again.
yeah,
This was not meant to have happened ever.
I would assume not.
So
Yep.
what we were told was so it was darkness was returning regardless. And we had to go out and essentially try and contain it as best as we could. And then return it to the church for safekeeping and also to strengthen something. I don't remember the details of that. But to be honest, it was always just go out and save the world or whatever, and then it worked out great. So here we are.
I know you're very like old and out of place. She is being facetious. It did not work out great.
I understand that.
Okay, I just
Yes.
didn't want to assume.
Sarcasm has existed a very long time.
Is it? Okay. That was sarcasm. Sorry, continue.
Mike, does anything that Aviana is saying mean anything to Laurel? Does that sound like anything that would make any sense?
Not really.
Okay, just checking.
Like
Okay.
after Aviana said this, and you had your bit of a little bit of conversation. You hear, "Whoa, really?" And you look over to the corner, lift one of the a corner of the tent kind of lifted up. And you see like Tam's little
I'm
face,
gonna kill this kid now.
and he's like,
It's my turn.
"Whoa!" And like, and you just like,
Hey, not me this time.
and Luthander's just like, kind of looks over. Shouldn't you be in bed? He's, yeah, just headed right there. Drops a flap, and just you hear him running.
He drops a what?
Flap,
the tent
flap of the tent.
Oh, I was like, what is he carrying?
Okay,
Pancakes? Just
How do
like-
I? Okay, so that doesn't make any sense. Did not sound familiar, or did what I say just not make sense?
It does not make sense.
Okay.
As far as I knew, which is admittedly I was not given all the information.
Yeah.
It is not something that should have easily been able to be undone. The sealing away.
So it wasn't, I don't think, easily undone. It
Yeah,
wasn't.
wasn't
as
the
simple
vessel
as-
failing?
So the vessel wasn't. What we understood was the vessel that was containing. Okay, and also Mike, correct me on this one because Aviana would know the basics of it. Is the vessel that contained the evil god
Mhm.
was weakening and darkness was getting back out into the world, and so they sent out teams to go and collect the elements that were getting created because of it to take it back and then use that power to reseal the god or steady the seal again. That was our
What you were
understanding,
told.
right? Yeah,
we were
that
told.
was what we were told.
Yes.
So that's what we
So-
had done. We have vessels that went out, absorbed darkness as we were able to collect it, and then we returned it at Svea.
Now, at this point, we're pretty confident that's not how it actually went, and that
Yeah.
we just gave them a bunch of darkness to put into that already being thing vessel,
Mm-hmm.
and just made it worse and full of. So that's
Yeah. There was not a lot of information left from those times, the time of the heroes and the children of light. So there was no way for anyone else. It was just blind faith, I guess.
Laurel, give me a history check.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
8.
No
Welcome
comment.
to the Isle of Misfit
Okay.
Rolls.
hey, Aviana,
Yes.
can I
No
Talk to
saving
you.
face.
quietly for a second?
Sure.
Hey, I didn't want to put you on blast or anything, right?
Yeah,
But you got that book.
I do have that book. I was gonna ask her about it later.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Don't mind this conversation in the chat, but everyone, it's fine. She had something in her teeth. It's a thing.
Oh wait, what? Do I? Wait, no, wait, 1 second.
No, you got it. It's
Am I
fine.
good? Did I? Okay.
You're good. It was just blood.
So, so I am to understand that you were used, and then their intention of sending me after you was to remove you from, knowing what happened.
Kind of stuff.
Sounds like it.
Interesting, guys. He takes another dried apricot, eats his dried apricot, and just got, interesting.
Yeah, he can hang out. Whatever.
They seem to be telling people that we were the things that let all the darkness out, which is technically true.
Yes, based on what you just told me, it seems like that is kind of true.
It is actionally true. In the truest statement of who did the letting out,
Well, we
technically
just
it wasn't
provided
just
the
us.
tools to let him out.
Additionally, we weren't the only ones that were out.
no,
Looking
that's
for these
true.
type of
It
things.
wasn't empty
Yes.
when we got there.
Oh, which means I hope they're all okay.
Oh, they're for sure dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
In a
probably.
couple weeks.
I doubt they had anyone that could throw up a magical, super powerful wall to help them escape and send a portal to get them out at the same time.
Well, I
I'm
meant
pretty
more
sure
of
they
the
just ate it.
assassin
Yeah, I
route. I'm assuming that
doubt they
were
had a
likely
Sendrak.
gone.
That's what I'm saying. They're probably just dead.
Oh yeah, there's more assassins out there, guys. Let's be aware of that. I'm sure Laurel's
Oh.
not the only one.
True.
They
Maybe.
probably
Great.
thought Laura was very capable and talented, and they only need to send one, right? That's optimism. I'm lying. It's
That
not.
is
It's
optimism.
not the case. That's not.
Is
what
there
happened.
Laurel, do you remember what you were supposed to do once you completed this mission?
Return to Sphia.
Oh.
Oh.
Not just contact them again. You were supposed to return specifically to Sophia.
I was either supposed to have captured you all and return you alive, or killed you all and return the artifacts.
Great. Oh, great. Why couldn't they just have you call? God,
Call his
Do-
phone number and
Hold
right? Look,
I have this in
Sinjak
mirror.
called us all the time.
Do you think that? I mean, I don't know what your connection with him was like under, I guess, possession or something. Do you think he knows that you're no longer? I mean, well, maybe you are still working for him. I don't know, but I mean,
No, I do not. To answer your question, she says, pointing at Almas. I don't think she actually knows what all of your names are. I'm
No.
not sure you introduced
Ooh, we should
everyone.
probably do
Definitely
that.
never.
Keep calling me the nickname.
Flat face.
No, Dark Sorcerer.
well, all
Oh,
of
yeah,
them said
sorcerer.
I want my cool,
yeah.
I want my
Dark
cool
Wizard.
villain.
It was Almas. It all had your first name.
She had our names.
Oh,
Everyone
yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah. That's
I
right.
forgot.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Elden
forgot.
Lord.
What a
He's still
fancy nickname and what
confusing
all your
alias.
charges were.
Right, that was the thing.
That's right.
Gray, did you wanna? We were gonna, if you were here this week, because you weren't here last time. When Tavrock came in, we can retcon that he went back to the inn to grab Bach
We could do that.
to bring to have you here
I
because
thought,
you're not.
yeah, I thought that was the. I thought he did stop by to pick up Bach.
It was the if Gray is here next week, he can have stopped by, but for now we're gonna glaze over it.
Okay.
So,
Sounds good to me.
So maybe you
just
were
say
outside,
Luzander
just
sent
like
somebody.
talking to somebody, and now you
He's
can
here.
arrive.
Bach
You
is,
have
Bach
arrived.
is
Did
here,
you get all
guys.
that, Bach?
So
You
this-
heard all that?
This raccoon who's walking on his hind legs, wiping his hand wiping grease away from his and oil away from his hands on a rag. He kind of looks up at everyone and goes, "Didn't I tell you guys not that we shouldn't have gone back there?"
I don't think you said that, actually.
He did say that.
No, I don't remember.
Where?
I explicitly told everyone it was a terrible idea to go back to the to see the Sindrak and the rest of those clergymen.
Oh, back then? I thought you meant to
Yes.
come back to this tent. Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
don't remember.
it.
I don't remember that far ago. That was too
That's
long
it.
ago. I will
Yeah.
assume you're right.
So much has happened since.
Bach, when you're right, but that's in the past. We got to keep moving forward. Ignore when you were right and just keep going, you know?
I was told that you had pets, but I was not told that the pets could talk.
Let the pets have a pet.
He's not
Bach
really.
isn't really a pet.
Yeah, he's not really a
It's
pet
more of
at
his
this
own
point.
thing.
Yeah,
Old information, by the way. I love that.
He's
God's
an
working with
ally.
Old information. I like that. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she looks at Bach and says, "Apologies, then. I am to be called Laurel, it would seem, but hello."
hello. What's with the historically accurate armor?
And we catch Bach up really quickly.
Yeah, so quick.
She's from 700 years ago. She gets frozen, and then Captain America brings her out of the ice so she can kill people.
Oh. we did. There is a Captain
Soldier?
America in the story now.
I guess Winter Soldier more than Captain
Luthander
I was
puts
gonna
his
say.
coffee down. He's like, "What?"
America. What was it?
Why am I not surprised? This is shock. Seriously. It's like,
Just eating his dried apricots.
So, am I to understand that your collective aim is to oppose this Pope and this Dark God?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah?
100%. Yeah.
To do what we were thought we were doing.
Just in a very different way, I guess.
Yeah. But
And
first
with
we have to figure
Far
out
less assistance.
how to do that.
Yeah.
Well, then we are in an accord, and I will join you.
it down. That works for me. You
Oh,
know, I'm
okay.
a
Yeah,
great
I-
judge of character, and I'm all about it. Laura's great.
Well, the good news is, I know there was like some vague like different darkness, purple eyes things going on there, but if the three of you could take her and the five of us, I mean, sure, for sure we have it.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's going to come to that, Laurel. I'm just, sorry, thinking out loud here.
But step out of line, you find out.
it-
What Jake says.
To go back to your question, she says, looking at Tally, I do not think that it was a connection so much as it was just a compulsion that was placed on me. So I don't know that. I mean, I assume once I do not return to Sphia, they will know that something has happened, but.
Well, I mean that's good though, because did you have a timeline for when you needed to return?
Just after you were all dead or captured.
Yeah, but were they like, in a month or so, like you should be able to take them all, like?
It seems that they did assume that I would be able to do this pretty automatically.
Well.
Okay, so that's not a lot of
Well,
time. That's another
That
day.
is
Yeah,
a
I was
level of
hoping that this
disrespect
would
I was not
be-
expecting.
Yeah, no, I was hoping that it would be more in our favor. That like, if for whatever reason we had to go back, that we would have an easy in and be captured.
hey, Almas,
We'd have to go now.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
is
not
she
no.
still under the influence of any sort of enchantment magic?
No.
Okay, so her brain's not going to ooze out the side of her ear. Gotcha. The sides of her ears. Gotcha.
It would have happened already.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Once she went counterintuitive to the Geas, yeah.
I use really good magic, I'm pretty good at it.
She did have quite the curse upon her.
Big brain magic.
Mm-hmm.
Big brain magic, yeah.
Yeah.
I know Luthanders would need a lot of those apricots, but I don't smell any geas.
Oh.
No, it's a spell, Tavrock. It's one that like forces people to do the bidding of the caster.
Actually, can I get
Oh.
3 of you to make a perception check?
Not me.
Ooh, I will do one of those if I can,
Oh,
Sure.
I'll get
without
that.
dropping stuff.
I would like
I-
one of them to be Tavrook because of the comment.
I rolled a 22.
20. 30.
Ooh, it's 16 plus 11, 20. Is that 27? Yep, 27.
Okay, all of you can easily smell
Yes. Yes.
smoke.
Oh.
Smoke. Oh,
Ooh.
shit.
Well,
It's
Can we
the
tell where
smell
it's
of-
coming from?
Outside the tent,
Like,
you can smell you can smell wood burning.
poke my
Tally
head
goes.
out.
And then walks
Fire.
out the tent.
I imagine a Scooby Doo 3 heads pop out of the tent at 3 different heights.
Yeah. Exactly.
Further in towards
With like
the
a little.
camp, you can
like that.
see a bright light. You can see smoke rising into the air. It looks like a communal campfire has been lit this evening.
Oh.
Oh, okay. That's no big deal.
Okay.
After that forest fire thing, I'm just a little jumpy.
Understandable. Yes, there was planning, as it being the last night in this town, that we would have a fire. I believe food, drink, song is in order.
But yeah, we're heading to Not Chicken.
So if you'd like to partake, I know the caravan would be more than happy to host you all tonight.
We do have nice hotel
Has-
rooms.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
pass. We have some rooms up in town.
We can do the party and then go to the hotel rooms.
Yes, I'd love for you to join us. There'll be stories and singing, maybe some dancing.
I'll give you an hour.
There were plenty of people present during our altercation earlier. Have you filled in any of the people about Laurel's newfound alignment? I just don't want anyone to think that they're going to be under attack if
No,
They also
I'm not
join.
worried about that. We luckily came near the end, and I asked everyone to stay back, so they're not fully sure what had happened. And if you approach with me, I doubt there will be any incident.
Sounds good to me.
It'll be a great way to introduce them if they do intend on joining us on our way to Not Chicken.
Yeah.
To introduce them at the fire and let us show them some of
Oh.
our hospitality.
Yeah, Laurel, we're helping these people get to
Not
a
chicken.
place that it's a place called Not Chicken. It's supposed to be somewhere that's safe from all of
It is
Angel's
called
Waverhand.
what exactly?
It's
I had the same
it's
issues.
not-
It is
Chicken?
so long of a story that we can explain
Yeah.
it to you maybe another day.
Right, it's pretty easy, says Puck. My
Mhm.
dad runs it, probably.
Yeah.
Potentially. We don't know that for sure, Buck.
In case
But I
you're,
mean, it is highly likely.
in
The
case
standard
you're
kind looks like it's
wondering-
run by a giant raccoon.
Yes.
No,
Oh,
no, no.
no.
His dad is actually a
No.
giant lizard.
Oh, that.
That doesn't
Okay.
make it better.
Yeah, that does not clear
Uh,
anything up.
An
Tucker
old
just pats
friend.
Luthander on the shoulder and fucking walks towards the fire. He's like, "You'll figure it out, buddy."
Okay. Someone we knew. We think runs the
We
town.
could say friend,
I
right?
guess.
Yeah, it's an old friend.
We think based on the name, and his attempts to understand
Geography
kind of
and
geography
places.
and the way that humans name things. Not Chicken sounds very much like something that he would name a town.
Mm.
So
And
that's anyway. It's supposed to be safe. We're helping these people get there. It's further south, and Aviana will briefly explain like where it would be, kind of in Rebelon. And
did
then
you-
after that, we're headed to the capital.
Did you know that the word for friend and food are interchangeable in my dad's language?
Mm-hmm.
I did know that.
So that's where we're going. If you wanted to come with us, otherwise, there's the guards as well, who won't be with us for much longer. They'll be heading off at the crossroads or whatever wonderfully fortuitous name.
Ditchin.
Ditchin.
Yeah.
Ditchin,
Once we get to Ditchin, they'll be heading straight to the capital from there. We'll be heading further south and then also going to the capital. So you have until then to whether you want to stick with us or.
Well, as I have said, if your intention is to fight against the darkness, that is what my purpose is. So I will join you.
Right. Okay, that's fair. Okay. So I
Now
guess
that that is settled, shall
um,
we join the fire?
I'm gonna head back. I have some notes to look through and some just some stuff to think about. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right. I'm only gonna stay for like an hour or two. I'm not staying all night. By the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got this, and I'll pull out some of that fancy wine that guy told me to steal.
It's like champagne.
Yeah. It's kind of bubbly and effervescent. I love it. And I'll just drink straight from the bottle like a fancy bitch and pass it around if anyone wants any. Only the highest of high class for Tali.
So as
Yeah, I probably shouldn't, but I'll take some of that.
as the group sips on their bottle of champagne,
Champagne.
they continue on to the fire. You see like a couple people playing some instruments, like makeshift, nothing
Wait,
fancy.
did you say bottomless?
What?
What?
I thought you said bottomless champagne.
Bottle of
Okay, I was about to say
wishful
fucking
ears.
score.
there.
Fucking score, bro. I've been fighting for this forever.
Did you say 1 million gold?
Sorry, continue.
And so you all get around the campfire. There's some logs that have been pulled, some chairs have been moved up, and people are, there's people tending to the fire, bringing over some logs from the nearby forest and whatnot. And it seems that even though there was, a whole bunch of shenaniganery that happened just outside the caravan, everyone seems in quite high spirits. These are the people, the downtrodden. Everyone around here has their tragic story that if you ask, they will not tell you, because I will not go into that, because I know what Adam is thinking.
What do you mean? The answer is just, yeah, they tell you their tragic story and you're
The
very
end.
disappointed by it. The end.
But yes, this is a refugee caravan, but everyone seems in pretty high spirits. And the few people motion over, you see a couple of familiar faces. You definitely notice Serena by the fire there. She's over by what looks to be like the head group there, and Luthander starts making his way over there. He does some couple introductions and whatnot. And then it seems to be turned into, after the fire goes down, comes down a little bit from the initial blaze. You see some embers growing. You see some people starting to kind of roast a couple things around the fire. And then people start telling some stories around the fire and whatnot. The odd time in the distance, you see the odd kid run by, and then you see their parent kind of look over, you should be asleep. What are you doing here? Then they kind of run off back to their tent. The kids want to take part in the campfire, but it's getting late.
Are
And then
Tam
they
and his
start-
sister around?
Tam and his sister are not around. Serena, you kind of saw them once, and they got a look from Serena, their grandmother, and they booked it off to. Chances are Tam is now telling all the kids the stories he's heard today.
Hmm.
And then they're like, Luthander, tell us a story. And Luthander gets up. He starts telling a story about two elves who, during the great battle, would dance through the battlefield like the wind themselves were carrying them. It was almost a waltz, but no sword or arrow could ever touch them and whatnot. And it's just like, as much as their fighting was dancing, they were ones to be reckoned with, but they knew with great power it was to be used to protect and not to harm. And they would just do that to protect the ones they loved and the ones around them.
And
Everyone's
who's
like,
telling this story?
Luthander
Oh, okay.
is telling the story.
Yeah, Tali will definitely sit and listen in to all the things Luthander is saying.
Yeah, he just tells a story about these two elves, two lovers who would dance together through a battlefield untouched and stuff like that, and then defeat all their enemies. But, as he says this, he also throws a warning that, this is not condoning violence, and stories are just that. It's a thing of beauty. Do not focus on the destruction that they wielded, but the togetherness and companionship that they shared with each other, kind of thing. And then, the night continues to go on after he tells the story, and he just kind of goes back to enjoying it. You actually see for the first time, he actually has a glass of wine, and he seems to have kind of relaxed a little bit. He almost cracks a smile or two, even.
Wait, Luthander does this?
Yeah.
Insight check.
Roll it.
Maybe he's happy. Have you
I-
considered that?
I know, and if
He's
he
trying
is,
to consider
I need,
right now.
That's never an option
I
in
need
this
to do
reality.
something about it.
He's like, is that Batman?
Do you have a port you want to use before going to bed? Is
Don't
that
worry
what
about
this is?
It's good. Maybe it's a
Yeah,
natural
he's good.
1 plus 1.
You it's hard to read as you look at his eyes because of the reflection of the the giant bonfire going off.
I'll let
You're
him be
like,
happy.
humans do things.
Humans.
Or he's an elf.
Terrans.
But yeah, he just kind of sits back down near the group and after telling his story and whatnot. And yeah, if there's anything anybody wants to do during the campfire or whatnot.
I will eventually, after about an hour or two, head back to the room like I said I was going to. Because I paid for a room. I'm not staying on the floor.
Yeah. I can't remember. Did Luthander? He kind of told me what he wanted to talk to me about, right?
He wanted his shield back.
No, I thought he said something about training or something.
He said potentially some training potentially later on. But that could be something
Okay.
discussed at a later time.
Okay.
If you bring it back up to him, he'll just kind of, oh, yes. And he's just kind of like, oh, I must be getting tired in my older age, and I'm going to head down to bed myself. And he goes, hope you enjoy the rest of the fire. Serena kind of goes, huh, that one. Tired at his age. He's an elf.
What is he, like 100?
Yeah. So he's still quite young for an elf, but he's just like plays it up, and he's gonna go off. He heads back to his tent. And yeah, so Serena just kind of sits down beside you. She goes, are you enjoying the fire?
It's quite nice. I'm enjoying this though. Have you tried any? And I'll pass her the champagne.
She just kind of puts her hand up. No, thank you, my dear. I just sip on a little thing of this, and that's all that I need.
What's that?
Oh, just a small thing for us older ladies that we drink around here. And she just kind of takes a sip. The wind kind of picks up, and you kind of get a hint of it. This like makes overproof smell like water. Like overproof would be like water compared to this stuff. It's like the purest. It's essentially like crazy ass moonshine that these old
Yeah.
ladies are drinking around the fire.
Can I try it?
You know, so it's just a small thing, and she kind of hands it over. She's like, just take a small sip. And as you
I
take a
take a
sip,
gulp.
it's really, really strong. It does not taste good. It's like not flavored, nothing. It's just pure
It's like
booze.
pure alcohol.
Yeah.
Do I have to make a con save?
No,
Okay.
but she's just like, Yeah.
Where do you get that?
The paint store.
Paint can.
old Margaret makes it.
Usually I don't feel hot. You know, the heat doesn't bother me, but that.
The fire does. That's
Oh,
the campfire,
yeah.
my dear.
Nope. I think my insides are on fire. I like it.
That's kind of one of those things that might happen, but you get used to it. And she just goes back, sips it, no reaction.
Where's this
just kinda,
Margaret lady? Where?
Oh, I'm not sure. But
I'll have
yeah.
to meet this person.
Yes, I wonder who will be telling the next story. The stories are my favorite part about the fire.
Well, it ain't me. So is someone else
Oh
telling a
no,
story?
dear. No, so she just kind of like mentions. She goes, Luthander always goes with his old story of the two dancers. What? She
What?
kind of leans in. He goes,
Mhm.
just between us.
Yeah.
The people he was saying the story about were actually his grandparents. Not too many people know that.
I assumed it was him.
Wait, yeah, I kind of assumed it was perhaps himself and someone else.
Have you seen him dance, my dear?
I have not
Nothing
actually.
so graceful.
Today or tonight was the loosest I've ever seen him.
He used to be very different before. You know. But before that, he was a young, brash elf. Thought nothing could touch him, that he was invincible himself. But none of us are. And she looks you up and down. You be good to me knowing that yourself, dear.
Oh, me? No, I'm fine. I'm pretty tough. I can
There's a lot more
handle
things
anything.
tougher in this world than what's in this bottle. She kind of winks at you, that how it kind of caught you off guard, how strong it was. She goes, oh, I must be getting to sleep myself. And she just like chugs the rest of the bottle and just kind of goes, it kind of like takes a little doily out and just kind of into the side of her mouth. She goes,
Just does the on each side and goes,
Yep.
pretty bitch.
and she just kind of like, you have a good night. And she walks fine. And as you walk, like you're just about to look away, you just see her kind of like half stumble and just carries herself.
But she's good, right?
She's good.
Okay.
And then she just heads off and
Tally's thoroughly impressed.
yeah, so I
But,
guess
yeah,
the
I'll
rest of everything
eventually
goes?
leave.
Yeah,
Nah.
so the rest of the group's heading back to the the Knight's
King's
no
Pillow.
King's Pillow.
King's
That's
Pillow.
I will.
it. Like Knight's
Wasn't
Pillow,
there a
that's
magic
okay.
shop I was gonna potentially?
Well,
scope
I was
out?
gonna let Laurel know, by the way, that if you need to stay at the hotel, we can cover your room, because I don't know if you have money or not. I don't know where you want to stay, but I will offer the invitation.
She will consider it and say, I had not thought that far ahead.
Does she have money?
She like fishes around in like her pouches and stuff, and she pulls out 10 very old-looking gold coins.
Yeah. We can cover you if you want to come to the hotel, because I don't know if that's going to work. Either that's worth nothing or like 100 times more than what you think it's worth.
Yeah.
Give me a D100, Laurel.
Okay. Alrighty.
Inflation roll. This is our first inflation roll of the campaign.
22.
And roll me another D10.
Okay. 6.
What's 22 times 6 people? Give me math.
Math.
Erica, looking
Not-
at you.
Not even close.
Erica, you're definitely muted, by the way.
It's 132.
There you go. They gave you this bag of what looks to be coins, but you didn't recognize as real money. You have 132 gold coins as well. They gave you for your traveling expenses.
Oh, okay.
How
Mark
dare
that
you
in.
ask me to do math right after Pride? Who do you think you are?
Oh, I need someone to drive somewhere to get a pumpkin spice latte.
Oh, ho, ho.
Look, there's too many people in this house. I don't know what you want from me.
And so, yeah, the rest of the group, I assume no one else staying by the fire. Everyone's head back to the King's Pillow. You get through town. Does Zoda come with you? So he would have been around for most of this, and he'd probably be heading back to his home or where he's currently staying. So he would have parted ways once you've gotten to the city.
We're probably drinking and reminiscing about old stuff.
Yeah, by the campfire, it kind of had that feel of that old kind of thing there, and you guys had that a little bit of that camaraderie, talking about the old times, the good times. And then, as you get to the kind of fork that one way goes to like the ritzy part of town where the King's Pillow is, and he's staying near the stay and pay where you know where his place is. You quickly popped in there to check on his armor before, so he's gonna head off to his house, and Is anybody else doing anything, or you're just all heading for a good night's respite?
Is there anybody at the counter that Laurel can ask for a room from?
Yeah, I believe right now the group has 5 rooms.
Yeah, I think we each had our own room.
Yeah, Tavrock paid for 5 rooms. As she's asking this question, Tavrock would walk by and put the other appropriate amount of money on the counter and say, "It's good. I got you. You got it."
And so, so the bartender / innkeeper there's like, not a problem. And you're able to get another room so now we're up to 6 rooms there.
Mhm.
Only thing is, you notice that when Aviana would have been the first to notice this, when you get back to your room, your pillows all seem to be missing.
What?
This isn't a
I-
very good hotel if there's no pillows.
I assume Aviana will have gone down to the room service or whatever and been like, "Hey, like I don't have. Can I get some pillows?"
It's like, oh, I'm so sorry about that. I'll get pillows sent up right away. My many apologies.
Has anybody been upstairs that hasn't purchased a room?
No. I'm so sorry. We'll have a complimentary fruit platter sent up as well.
You know what? That sounds nice. Thank you.
And so, yeah, and then
We're good.
Free food, we're all right.
the rest of the groups gets there, and when you all get to your rooms, other than Laurel, all the rest of your rooms have no pillows. Except for Bach. When he returns to his room, last episode you spent your time lockpicking everyone's room, stealing all their pillows, and making the most epic pillow fort. It literally
like
opened
that.
the door and you go
Oh,
right into the pillow fort.
Shit, I forgot all about that.
Sweet.
Yeah, no, I'll go
Bach just
downstairs
jumps
and
through
ask
his
for
fucking door.
pillows.
No one notices it, but everyone gets to their room, and everyone but Laurel has no pillows in their room.
Yeah, no, I'll go downstairs and ask for pillows as well.
I clearly need more pillows.
You're like, pardon?
Tavrock doesn't complain. He throws his book bag on his bed.
Yeah.
And then so they're like, I'm so sorry, I'll get pillows sent up right as well. And then and then it's like, this is whoever's been doing our bed making. Well, I will make sure I have their head tomorrow.
You
As,
know
like,
what? No,
4
it's not
rooms.
that extreme. Maybe someone's just having an off day. Like, forgiveness, right?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'll have pillows sent up to your rooms. And eventually, a couple minutes later,
Yeah.
you're all in, knock a door, and there's more pillows arrive. Bach does
I
not
will
complain
tip
about-
whoever gives me more pillows, like 5 gold pieces, just in case they lose their job tomorrow.
So
As long as it's not the person that was from downstairs.
No.
With-
Okay, yeah.
Bach's proclivity to being able to build stuff as an
It's
artificer.
fucking amazing. Go for it.
Well, my question is, how hard is it to make a 3 to 4 foot high trebuchet that can launch pillows?
Oh god.
Are you breaking any other furniture?
No, but I got all these spare parts that I purchased that I haven't been able to do anything with because you keep on stopping me from being able to craft magical items.
Not stopping you. I'm just saying that the Podunk town's not going to have all the things an artificer needs to make flying magical boots.
But do they have everything I need to make a miniature trebuchet that can launch pillows?
Of course.
Just wood.
Excellent.
And you can also use
Pickle
Brutus.
sticks from the counter.
Brutus's tail goes click, 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 and boom. Launches.
Sweet.
So you have a pillow launcher as well.
Sweet. So I'm gonna go to bed right now, and my plan is to wake up earlier than everyone else.
Okay.
Ooh.
And so, everyone.
Talia is snoring.
Yes.
Very, very loudly.
Your thaumaturgy snores.
Yes, precisely.
Everyone else is pretty normal to this. Laurel, you're not sure if the hotel's under attack or there's an earthquake or something, but there's some really loud snores coming from like a room over from you.
I mean, I think she's dealt with worse in like army
Yes.
camps. So
I feel like Almus is pretty okay because I imagine he's got up the bubble, and I don't know if that blocks out sound, but I think it does.
Wait a minute, we're all in different rooms though, right?
Yeah, but I assume that you would probably have your bubble up.
We're in
the
the
sake of
rooms
things.
farthest away from each other.
Oh, okay.
If you're in room 1,
He
I'm in
made
room
that.
5. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's fair. You probably saw how much I was drinking at the bonfire, and we're like, nope.
I imagine every time we pick rooms, it's Almus takes up the last of the line to pick he's the first in the line to pick the room, but he just like casually just like keeps an eye on Tally to figure out where she goes, and then he immediately just like, if someone's about to go into the room that he wants because the first one away, he appears out of nowhere and slaps his hand in the door and calls dibs.
Oh my, sorry.
He is a divination
before they can
wizard.
like stop anything.
His main divination is knowing what room Tally's going to choose, so he can choose the furthest one.
I saw
This is how he does it.
You hear that? You have a new free ability.
A new free ability.
Great.
I give those out like candy. But so everyone goes to sleep. And Bach, you said you want to wake up first, so
Yes.
Bach, you wake up in the morning.
Sweet. I relocate the pillow fort to the hallway, and I get ready with Brutus.
Okay. And who would be waking up next?
Not me.
Assume Aviana. She left the party the first.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, I feel like
Just a
Aviana
guess.
wakes up early. Yeah, you're right.
Aviana, you walk out your door, you see this giant pillow fort,
Fire!
and then you get pelted. I'll give you a
Oh my God.
dexterity saving throw.
Can I acrobatics check this instead?
Yeah, I'll give you an acrobatics check to dodge you out of the way.
Great. I have no dice pulled out right now. My D20 is buried at the bottom of my dice box.
It's not like
Oh,
we're
there
playing
it
D&D or anything.
Okay, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Look, I have a
I
character sheet up.
just
There's at
got
least
my
that.
dice out. so
Jesus
don't feel
Louises.
bad.
19.
You're able to dodge the pillow, which is good because it came out like crazy fast. That probably would have caused some bodily harm.
God.
So Bach's got the smallest pillow kind of like strapped to his head, almost like a helmet tied with a bow beneath his chin, as he grabs a pillow and says, "Attack!" and proceeds to like charge at Aviana with the pillow.
What are you doing?
Is this enough racket to wake people up?
Yes. As he
Oh,
yells,
yeah, no, this is-
charge
oh, I will
outside.
I will go out.
Yeah, this is not quiet. Sorry, my
Proceeding
my-
to like smack Aviana repeatedly with the pillow.
And
I
as
feel
you
like
all
he probably
come
screamed at
outside,
some
you see
point.
Aviana being pelted by pillow armored Bach with his like the bedroll pillows, like the ones that like sit like there's a cylinder that sit in the bed. He's holding one of those with like a tassel, and it's like she's getting smacked by the tassel, and she's like, "Just quit! You're gonna break one of my my bottles." And she's like trying to cover her stuff.
Yeah,
And, like,
she's
she knocks a book, falls on the ground, and then she's getting serious.
she's absolutely flabbergasted as to what is happening as well. She's 12 degrees of confused.
He continues his barrage.
Stop! Oh, stop! Put that stupid.
I come out with the assist. Do I have any
Stupid!
magic?
Stupid! Stop it!
And then, so everyone's come out the hall, everyone's seen what's going on, and you look around, everyone's there but Tavrock.
Hmm.
Where's his door to his room?
It's right beside, and he was in room 2.
All right. Open the door to room 2.
It's locked. He locked his room door before he went to sleep, as most people tend to do.
I knock on it.
No answer.
I will magic.
What
I
kind
will
of
magic.
magic?
I do the magic.
I
Do you have the
can
knock spell?
pick a lock.
No, I don't have knock spell. I have many other ways.
I have great
Fireball.
Yeah, right. In the middle of, I'm assuming Bach is still fighting Aviana, but hey, Tali, come
Yes.
over here. Unlock this. I don't care that there's pillows all over the place. I'm just standing in the middle of it.
Okay, is everything all right?
Like, Aviana probably turns to look, and she's still being hit in the back and, like, the calf with a
sword.
pillow.
Oh no, I'm still trying to just
Disarm
wrangle
him.
this
Oof.
raccoon. Yeah.
It was not that good. That is a. Wait a minute. That's 13.
Yeah, it's just a DC 10. You're able
Oh.
to click.
I think I have that plus 11.
It's a fancy place. You don't need. They don't have that great locks on the rooms. You don't get riffraff up in here. And then the room door open.
They did tonight or last night.
All right, what's in the room then?
You
The answer is,
see,
it is the morning. What if I just slept in and you see a naked hobgoblin?
It is what it is. We room
We would
together.
know if you slept naked.
We room together. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, not if I'm in my own room.
And we've all been in the hot tub together and seen you naked, so it wouldn't
just
confuse
saying.
as much.
Are you there?
so
Are in
as
the
you
room?
open the door, you do see Tavrock on the bed.
Naked? Yeah, okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say he's wearing a blanket. He's got a
Okay.
blanket on.
Just a sheet. The bottom
Just
sheet.
a
I don't
sheet.
know. He's probably not.
On top of the
Sheet.
sheets.
He's got a
And you
fitted
see-
sheet over himself.
They
Like a
are
maniac.
dripping with sweat.
Hey, bud, you good? I understand you're naked, but you also look sick from this angle.
No response.
All right. I guess I need a medic. He's naked, by the way, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go over and
I mean, I was with you, so can I check his pulse?
yeah, you have magic. You have healing.
He
magic.
has a pulse, but he is not moving.
False or like a.
This
really
is a
slow?
bad idea because I'm not strong, but I try to like slap him. It's like Tavrook. You didn't drink that much. Are you okay?
No response.
When you say that you need a medic, Laura will come in. She doesn't care that he is naked. And she says, "What is going on?"
I don't know. Does this look familiar? He looks like
He's
he's
laying
frozen.
there motionless, clammy, sweaty. He is rustling a little bit, but asleep.
Sweaty, like, could be poisoned
long rest.
sweaty?
Don't know.
Can I make a
We got a
roll?
long rest, right?
Yes, when we got long rest. Can I
You all have had a long rest,
Okay,
but
just want to make sure.
as you look over this sweaty, slightly rustling hobgoblin, we're going to jump to a different scene.
Look at
Ooh.
you.
Interesting.
The storyteller.
As fully armored Tavrock walks through the jungle, the familiar smells, the familiar humidity of Rodria. As he walks through, he lifts some branches away, some like palm trees style, a little bit of hanging vines, and moves them to the side, and he sees Zodug. Zodug looks over to him, nods, makes his way slowly towards him. He goes, Tavrock, what are you doing here?
I'm just making my way through this.
I'm making my way downtown. No, sorry.
Make him away.
Well, what are you doing here?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good response. I'm in a jungle. I don't understand what's happening.
I could have swore we were by a campfire not that long ago. That drink they offered must have been stronger than I thought. Zodug, you need to get your life together, Zodug. He kind of pats himself on the face. So I'll wake up in a moment. Probably some stupid dream or something. And he's kind of muttering to himself. He starts to walk into like a bit of a clearing.
Zodug, this is a dream. How did I just hear you say that you think it's a dream?
As he's walking, as soon as you say that, he kind of pauses. And he kind of turns around and goes, good question. You're always one of the smarter ones. Where exactly are we, Tavrock?
I mean, this seems familiar to me, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like incredibly familiar, or just like I know the terrain well enough to be like, this feels like the right continent, but
Yeah, it's not like, oh, I know this spot. That's the rock I did
Okay.
this on, and that's the
Okay.
tree I've carved my name in. No, it's not like that. It's just a familiar feeling, like the familiar humidity, the familiar vegetation, that kind of thing. Like, you can tell, like, this isn't, we're not in Puria anymore, Toto.
yeah,
Like your red boots together. There's no place like Rodria. There's no place like Rodria. No, there's none
you
of that.
have red shoes.
Clicks his fiery red freaking boots.
Could have made that for somebody's item. Red height.
Damn it!
Right.
I would have loved those. Sorry.
I'm wearing my armor, and I hear the clank.
Yeah. It feels realistic. It seems realistic. Like everything smells right. Everything looks right. Everything feels right. And to be honest, it's kind of warming to you in the sense that it's home. Like, you've been many places since you've left, but you just have that. It feels different. You haven't had that feeling since you left.
This is it. This is Korea. I don't know how we're here though. I mean, I'm
Are we home, my brother? As he kind of looks around.
home yet. Have been for a while.
Weird
Let's,
sorcery is
walk.
this?
Yeah, let's walk a bit, I guess, and see what in the world is happening.
So as you continue walking, you do see a few what looks to be hobgoblins just chopping down a tree not too far off the clearing there. Looks to be about 4 of them. Zodug just kind of gives you the hold symbol. Kind of like unsure if you should approach or if you should kind of give them their distance, or will they even notice that you're there? Are they actually there? What is going on?
They wearing anything that looks identifiable?
They look like they're wearing armor, but they looks like they've taken the top half off. They're not wearing their helmet. They're not wearing shoulder pads, like their shoulder armor and whatnot. They're just in the bottom half. Looks like, and you can see on a nearby stump, their armor laid there.
Is it dark red?
It is dark red.
Okay, I mean, that's something. Do you recognize any of those people?
He stops. He goes, "Not from this distance."
That's. Just go. Let's just go up there.
He kind of starts walking close, but he seems hesitant to get any closer. And then as you start to get closer, you do see two other figures leaning on a tree watching these four work.
Any
These
more
ones seem to
details for getting
be...
closer?
Give me a perception check.
17.
As you get closer, you can see these four ones. They look like their muscles are quite large. They look like you're pretty average hobgoblins. They look like they got a good pump going from, swinging axes and taking down trees and whatnot. And you see one fully not paying attention to them, and the other one kind of paying it. And there's actually, now that you're closer, you can actually see that there are three of them who are not working. One of them seems to be more intently watching, the other's kind of barking orders at them. Another one's just kind of hanging out, and the other one's kind of just standing at attention and just kind of looking important.
Okay. What if I focus on the one who was looking important, what do they look familiar? Do they look like anything?
They do look familiar.
Okay.
It is, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, Avladon.
Oh shit. Okay.
And when you get a little bit closer, the one that's actually barking orders to them is Gorog.
Oh, so it's both of them.
And then the third one is you're unsure who that is. They seem to have more slightly different. They're wearing more robe than armor, so you can't really tell who they are.
Robes?
Yeah, they're wearing more of a robe.
Okay. Is that feels odd to me that Avladon, you got it right. Avladon would be watching like these laborers. Is that
Yes.
weird?
That is very weird. He's too important for this.
For sure he is. Okay.
And as you get not close, but they kind of, the three of them look over in your direction and just kind of give you the nod. They're acknowledging your presence. The four who are chopping down the trees are continuing to do this, oblivious to your presence.
Rook will give he will reciprocate the nod.
And at that point, Gorog kind of does the like motions his head towards you, and then back, kind of gives you the approach head nod.
So I'll go over at Zodug and shrug a little bit. We'll walk over.
Yeah. So as you approach, Gorog kind of steps towards the away from the group, not too far, just like another 10 feet away. The four are still chopping down their trees. Avladon is just kind of like not giving you the time of day. He's just kind of like focusing. Like, look, he's too busy looking stern. And then this other kind of like hoods over, wearing like a robe type of.
Cool. Out of habit, even though he's not looking, give Avladon like the official salute.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I'm approaching Warlord, I have to. And then he probably won't react.
No, he does not.
Or I'm gonna be like, what's going on here?
And when you look over to Zodug is doing the same thing, showing proper signs of respect and giving the salute. He almost looks like he wants to drop to a knee, but he kind of stops himself. And then Gorog kind of looks over and is just kind of like, have you come to reclaim your glory?
Doesn't feel like we came here at all. It feels like we brought here somehow.
I have not brought you here. Something inside you obviously wanted to come here. I've spoken on both of your behalves to Avladon, and he will welcome you back. How long and how hard it will be to regain your honor is up to you. He's looking for an offering. The more valuable the offering, the more he is showing a sign of respect to him. So, Doug, what do you have to offer our chief? He just kind of Zoda just kind of looks around and he's just like, uh, 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 um, I don't know. He goes, Tavrock, what do you have to offer our great chief? What is your honor worth?
Saying honor now.
It is an offering to our great chief to show a sign of respect. You must climb from deeper than even this one, as you wear the iconography of the other gods. And he looks towards he looks at your hands.
I know.
Do you deem yourself not powerful enough to use your own power? The power inside? You must pull power from others? Non-legion?
Doing?
You lean on
Working with
them.
you working with non-legion?
He kind of dismisses that comment and just goes, I do not rely on others' powers to defend myself. And he kind of looks over at Avladon. Avladon just kind of nods. He goes, he says those will be a fine offering for him.
Oh, so you want to use them?
He has no intention of using them. More of a trophy to mount. He wants to know that you, with your own hands, will hold up the burned legion. He sees great promise in you. This would be a great offering. Zodug. Yes, sir. You still have nothing to offer? Your route to honor will be long and very hard. Uh, I'll think of something. Uh, um, offer us something that will help the burned legion, that will help our chieftain, or honor him. Uh, um, I, um, I, I, I don't know. What he kind of looks. Zoda kind of looks to Tavrook for, like, what are you gonna do, type of thing.
Gives him a skeptical glance of like I don't fucking know. I mean, at the end of the day, these are just gloves. Nice gloves.
Gauntlets,
Gloves.
cool gauntlets, or hot gauntlets, I guess.
Metal, hot metal gloves. Do I need them? Do I like them? Yeah. Would I give them up? 100%. For this? Well, theoretically, this. I still don't know what all this is.
Zodug kind of looks on. He's just kind of looks. He goes, "Oh, I want my honor. I want to be brought back to the Legion. I'm sorry for leaving." You see, Zodug is at his breaking point. He's like, I just want things to go back the way they were. And Gorog kind of looks at Zodug, and they will. But like I said, without something to offer, the road back will be long and will be hard and treacherous. Like none you've ever known. But at the end, your honor will be unbreakable. He goes, I know who's getting the people out of the fleeing the town. It's Xandrin. Xandrin's getting them out. She's leading the rebellion. And he goes, you see Avladon kind of look up at this and nod. He goes, Gorog kind of looks at Zodug and is just like, that information will be helpful and will lessen your road back. You have done well, my son.
But the Kill Bill sirens are going off in Tavrock's head after that has happened. Full on the slow turn stare to Zodug.
And then you see like Gorog look back at Avladon and he goes, Tavrock, remove your gauntlets, place them at my feet. And the road to your honor will return. Head east to the coast. There'll be a boat awaiting you with the iconography of the Bird Legion, and it will bring you back to Grotria. For you two to take your rightful place where you should be.
Yeah, I see what's happening here, though. I don't particularly like that option.
And that, like, you feel a hand on your shoulder. It's Zodug. He's just kind of like, Tavrock, do it. We can go back. We can go home, Tavrock.
Full on, like, aggressive, like, shoulder shrug, like, motherfucker.
Tavrock, we can regain our honor. I don't have to shovel shit anymore. You don't have to be a mercenary for hire, hanging out with those. I don't know what you're doing with those others, but they're not Burned Legion, Tavrock. We can be one again.
And you just thought that the way to win back your honor, selling out another member of the Legion, the first chance you get.
They made their choice. They're no longer part of the Legion. They said it themselves. She's told me herself that she wants out and that she's going to take down the Legion. Everything we've been born and bred into.
Right. They made a choice. Choices were made. It's time to make a choice. Yeah, I'm not putting these fucking gloves down.
And that's when Gorog kind of looks at you and he's just kind of like, Avladon will have the gauntlets with or without your hands in them.
Fucking glaive whips around for my back. I go, haven't I earned my honor back? The old way, Gorog.
And that's when Gorog nods, and at this point, the four who are chopping down a tree come at you.
Oh, he turns immediately, readies it, and goes, oh, you can't do this yourself, huh?
And as soon as Zodug sees the four wielding axes running towards them, he like runs away from the offside. They're all running from your right side, and he kind of skips away to the left and kind of hits the ground a bit. He kind of scurries away a little. And at that point, actually, I'm not even going to have it. The first one runs towards you, and
as he enters my melee range, I'd take a swing at him.
Yeah,
because I can do that.
Yeah, we're not going to use normal rules. We're going to go with minion rules here. So just give me a d20 to hit.
It's a natural 1.
What's your bonus to hit? You know, it's a natural 1. He gets the first hit
9
off.
makes it a 10. Yeah.
So let me just pull up the stats because I totally have them here ready to go. It is a. You just click it. That'll be easier. That's 6 damage.
Right, hit me. 6 damage. Okay.
And then as he hits you, your next swing just cleaves him in half. And the dude drops to the side. Next guy runs at you. I need a non-fucking metal dice here. Get out of my table. The next guy comes running at you.
I swing again.
Yep, taking another swing. Roll a hit.
There we go. 23.
23. That's higher than his 15. You get your strike off first. You fucking dispatch him right away. Third guy comes running at you. Give me another d20 to hit.
11.
19. He gets his head off before you get yours off. He does. Easier just to click. 4 damage to you. And then he's killed after that. And then the fourth and final axe guy comes at you.
Oh.
That is a 14 to hit. What was yours?
At 29. Natural 20. Started the fight with a 1.
So if he wasn't the first one, you would have killed 2 or 3 off in one hit. But since he's the last one running at you, you just cleave him you just take his head right the fuck off as he drops.
As I like to think I swing like horizontal ways, and as I cut through his head, I just full turn around and stare at the other 3 of them, like without even before his head hits the ground. I'm face up with Gorog.
Yeah, and at this point, I'll ask you to roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Initiative.
A dream fight on the other side of the world.
But yeah, in the meantime, we're trying to stop a pillow assault, and also are trying to just hey Tavrock. Hey.
What is there anything happening on our side of things, or does it just look like he's struggling with the nightmare?
Looks like he's struggling with a bit of a nightmare.
Okay.
You see him kind of tossing and turning. You do see not quite bruising. Hobgoblins don't show bruises very well due to their skin color, but
Yes.
you can tell there's some welting in some spots.
Dark purple. It's 11, by the way, Mike.
Like, are they
It's
just
11?
popping up?
Somebody else roll me a d20.
I'm assuming the stream's been going
15.
on throughout the night. A lot of them are probably already there. I like
Yeah.
Erica's.
I have a 4.
Who are we taking? Yeah.
No, we're taking mine. Take a 4.
Okay. The group can vote.
I vote 6 times.
Okay.
I mean, I don't care. I just like rolling.
Okay, so we're starting the battle.
Me?
Yeah. No, you're not. The hooded figure kind of looks at you and kind of looks and just and you see it put a hand in front of its face, and you see it a glowing kind of almost like viscous liquid form. And it's gonna roll to hit.
What's he doing? What's he doing to me?
Well, you wish you knew, didn't you?
I did.
I need a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saves.
Yep.
I have advantage on that. I'm so talented. Okay.
So wizard.
See it coming.
You
Natural
can
20.
see it. Natural 20?
22. Yeah.
Okay. So this green viscous fluid just flies right by you. And you see as it hits the ground, you can see kind of and start burning into the ground a little bit.
Be a
Very fancy.
caustic
Very fancy of you.
Yes.
liquid?
Mm-hmm.
I know it well.
And then you see right directly in front of you is Mr. Gorog, and he draws out his great sword and goes to make 2 attacks against you.
Great sword, huh? You walking in my melee range?
He's already in your melee range, I believe.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
So the first attack is a 19 to hit
It's
for 10 damage.
We ain't worried.
And he's going to use. Nope, there is no other ally within 5 feet. So he's not going to be able to do that. Then he's going to go to hit again. That's a 14.
Miss.
That one misses.
Deflect it.
And then actually, he is going to. He looks at Avladon. He goes, "For you, my chief," and he's casting an ability. And you see Avladon almost like pump his chest, gets even bigger from after that. Then from the bushes, you feel something. You look to the right. You see a dart coming towards you. 18 to hit.
Just hits. Fuckers.
That's 5 damage as a dart pierces in between your armor.
Oh.
19 to hit.
Hits.
7 damage. As another dart hits you. Another 19 to hit.
Damn.
That's 6 damage. And then an 8 to hit.
Misses.
And then as you look over, you can see in the shadow this dark armored figure.
Dark armor. Okay.
Yes. It looks
Doesn't
like it doesn't say what they're just in almost like a black leather with like green tones to it. Almost looks camouflagey.
Huh. But not
Like a
super
ghillie
familiar to
suit?
me.
These look almost like a stealthier hobgoblin that you've heard of but didn't know very much about.
Oh shit.
And as you see them and focus on them, they kind of disappear into shadow and poof, pop up 30 feet over from where you saw them.
That nerd. Yeah. Okay.
And then, coming from another part of the woods,
Oh, what the fuck? 8
12 to
on
hit.
1. Miss.
23 to hit. 4 damage. 18.
Hits.
6 damage. And then a 6 to hit. And then poof, he pops the other opposite way, 30 feet. He looks like he's actually running towards you, and then poof, pops up on your left 30 feet. Or 20 feet. Because he got, just as you think he's about to enter your melee range, and you're getting ready to do your strike,
Mhm.
he warps 30 feet to your other side, which would give it 20 feet. And that brings us up to you.
Oh. Well.
You have
Very nice.
Gorog right in front
Where's
of you.
that caster? How far is that caster behind Gorog?
Probably another 10 to 15 feet behind Gorog.
Perfect. All
So you
right.
could get to him if you want. You'd have to run past Gorog.
Not necessarily. So I will so like using all your little friends in the bushes isn't very nice, Gorog. Oh, that's okay. And Tavrock is going to start like almost like stomping the ground, like rhythmically stomping, and then he's got his glaive in his left hand, and that starts hitting the ground too, and then he takes his fist and he starts pounding his chest, and he goes into a rage that's very different. It is not like the weird, sad, aggressive, violent rage. It is a focused, brutal rage.
Okay.
And he will almost like feint to go at Gorog, and he will kind of step around him, staying in his melee range. So if I was if that guy's 15 feet behind Gorog, then he's
Yep.
now 10 feet from me, and he's in range.
Yep.
So I'm still gonna take all of my shots on Gorog though, but I
Okay.
am raging now. And we're going to pop off a little bit. We're not gonna use that ability because that's fucking dangerous. Okay.
Are you editing your HP on D&D Beyond or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Okay. No,
Are you looking at the wrong character sheet?
Just the one on the Isle of Misfit Rolls?
Oh, I got you. I made a fake character sheet a while back. There's 2 Tavrocks. Hold on, I'll edit it on there too.
Oh, it's too late. I already added to counter. Don't worry about it.
You got it? Okay. All right. So I'm just going to make attacks against this man.
Yep. Against Gorog?
Yeah.
Okay.
13.
Cool. Misses?
Right. 2.
22?
14. No, 14.
14 misses.
Yeah. Kind of have to. Action surge.
Okay.
So 2 more coming. God damn, 13.
That misses.
14. What the fuck? 4, 5, 4, 5. On 4
Yeah.
attacks.
Yeah. They all miss.
Well,
R.I.P.
yeah. I throw a flurry at him, and he just fucking glances them all away like it's not even a thing.
That end your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Avalon kind of looks over and he's just kind of like, make your offering and all will be forgiven. This is your final warning. And then that'll end his turn. Boop, boop, boop. You killed all these guys already. Which brings us to Zodug, last in the inventory, last in the initiative with his 4.
Oh. Thanks, Erica.
And
You're welcome.
he just kind of gets up to his knees and he's like, Tavrock, just give him the gauntlets. They mean nothing to you. Rejoin the Legion. We can do this. And that'll end his turn. And then
So much help.
we'll jump back to the inn. Everyone, most of you are now probably surrounding Tavrock's bed. He's not moving. He's sweating profusely. He's breathing much heavier now.
You
Like,
said
whatever-
there were welts. Are they just like popping up?
They are. They haven't since any more since last time, but you do see like, and he does look like he's hurting, and he's sweating, and now he's getting more worked up, heavy breathing, almost like in a rage-like state. One would say. Is the group doing anything?
Tali will hold her necklace and just start mumbling something, and I am casting Beacon of Hope.
Okay.
Ellen, go ahead. I think you were going to do your thing first.
Yes. She looks at the group and says, if he is suffering from some sort of affliction, I could attempt to remove a curse. Or I could attempt to restore him. But it does not necessarily look like he is diseased or poisoned.
Yep.
Clearly something is happening. I mean, that wasn't there a minute ago. And I'll just point at one of the welts.
Almost
Yeah.
will, as you decide on that, I will cast a spell magic at 5th level.
Okay.
On whatever the affliction is that has frozen his body.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Nothing. So not a spell. Hey, not a spell.
Well, seeing that you do this, Laurel will reach out and put a hand on his shoulder and attempt to remove curse.
Okay. Nothing seems to happen.
Bye, 3rd level spell slot.
It was nice knowing
Same.
you. I mean, I don't
didn't-
have anything I can do.
Would you like to inspect the body or say, give a pat on the shoulder like, you got this, Tavrock?
Arcana check
Arcana check.
from Almas.
From all I was
You've done
gonna
your
say,
thing.
like,
You have to wait till the next round.
because if he's not spelled, there wouldn't be if there's
Yeah,
no
you're
spell
right.
and no curse, there's not gonna be a rune on him. Or anything that like I'd be able to like know for like a magic-y thing.
Give
There's
me
that
a
fancy old darkness we
perception.
have.
A perception check? Oh, I don't think I'm good at these.
Oof.
Oh, not when you roll a 7. That's a 10.
I'll quickly look at the body. You kind of like open up an eyelid. You're like, hello. And all
I do
the
Can it be
the
a
eyes-
medicine maybe? Or
doesn't matter.
Okay.
The eyes, as you look at them, are all white. There is no pupil currently.
ooh, okay. That's bad.
And well, like you can kind of see a pupil. It's just all
It's
like
they roll so
fogged
far
over.
rolled back. Oh, it's
Yeah.
fogged over?
fogged over as well, like a haze almost.
And it's not a
Oh.
dispel, and it's not a curse. What is this? I didn't see any. There was no darkness on him last night.
Can you do another check?
Yeah, I can.
So, question: is Tavrock naked and just wearing his gauntlets?
I assumed he would have taken the gauntlets off.
Okay.
Or does he keep them on?
These are the questions that our viewers need to know.
I said above a 10, he keeps them on. Below a 10, he takes them off, and I rolled 2 10s.
Wow.
So that's destiny. I don't fucking know.
He
I
keeps
don't-
one on, one off.
Keeps
A one on, one off.
Well, there you go.
MJ in it.
just in case.
Yeah, so
Keep on
if
one
that
up.
perception check isn't my thing, I will do a darkness check if we're.
Sure, I'll give you a darkness check.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was about to be very upset. 22.
There is darkness, but it's different.
Not again.
It's
Oh, what?
more similar to the darkness that
Like
that
the
Laurel
Laurel's.
had, but not like not magical mind controlling darkness. This is just a thing, but it's also like it's all the darkness isn't just coming from like it's different. It's all based in his head and almost in his heart.
Is there a
Ow.
cabinet or anything in his room?
A what?
A cabinet, a wardrobe?
There is an
anything like that?
armoire.
Sweet. Alright.
There are extra pillows in there if you need extra pillows.
Oh no. Bach
There
is
were
gonna
extra pillows
climb.
for the whole time?
Bach is gonna climb atop the armoire and look down at everybody, and then he's gonna do like a flying elbow using the pillow on top of Tavrock to try to wake him up.
Okay, you hit him. He does not stir.
What does he weigh? Like 6 pounds?
A little bit more than that,
Probably
but
like
yeah.
40, 50.
Done.
Fucking big ass raccoon.
And Aviana says, "Uh oh," you hear Aviana go, "Oh, that's bad. How'd that happen? Wait a second." And then it's the mumbling of like, and she's like, "There's
Yeah.
something darkness like
It's
Laurel,
the-
like yours, like that."
It's
And
the scream
whatever.
of like, I am Sir Bach, first of my line, Lord of the Pillow Fort, as he leaps off and lands on Tavrock. Well, that didn't work. Are we all out of ideas now?
As a side note, if it's what
Nope.
Laurel had, my trick I did last night didn't work. So sorry.
Yeah, it did. It did work. Wait, what do you mean?
No, it's not working now.
Oh, right.
Is,
Yeah.
is
okay,
he
I'll-
under any sort of? Is there any sort of magic at work? Says Buck, scratching his head.
Darkness. There's no dispel magic. Didn't dispel anything, right? Because you were at the bottom. Dispel magic didn't dispel anything. Remove curse didn't remove anything. So it was a 5th level, I think, dispel magic, and then a 3rd level remove curse. Did nothing. And there's an old darkness,
Oh,
the same as what Laurel has around his head, around his mind, around his heart. So okay, I'll give it a shot then. I'm assuming if you want to go back to there, and we'll do it next. But
So back in
That was all within 6 seconds, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
just check it. I got a spell up. Gotta make sure.
back in Rotria question mark. The hooded figure kind of looks at Tavrock and just kind of goes, "I will not miss again." Holds up 3 fingers and then points them at you. And red dots grow from the nails and then shoot towards you. We're going to make 3 attacks.
A shield. I don't have
Oh, yeah.
shield.
Where is the... first one is...
But you have advantage on wisdom saves now.
a 25 to hit.
Yeah. Confirmed.
And that's 8 fire damage.
What do you mean 4 fire damage? Because I kept my gloves.
And the next is a 20 to hit.
It's
For 8 fire damage. Oops, I didn't mean to click that. Next one is a big ol' 10 to hit.
Doesn't hit. Okay.
That one fires off the edge. These rays that are almost quite hot, almost scorching, fly by. And that
Alright,
brings
that'll
us...
tickle it a little bit.
And then Gorog kind of looks at you. And he's just like, "I guess I will remove the hands then. We've given you an opportunity." And then Gorog goes to make another strike at you.
Checking at my hands.
21 to hit.
21 hits.
Big ol' 7 damage.
Half to 3.
19 to hit.
Hits.
10 damage.
Half to 5.
And that brings us to... He's just kind of like, "Yield, Tavrock! Yield!" And then, At this point, he's... Okay, and then, one of the shadowy figures from the bushes kind of comes toward, like, looks at you, gets him within about 30 feet of you, and just goes, "You should listen to him. Yield, give up your gauntlets." And he's casting Charm Person on you, and I'll take a Wisdom save with advantage.
Advantage.
Yes. I was gonna say. Oh, thank
I
God.
was gonna say, do you also get plus whatever for being next to a paladin, technically?
No.
Well,
He would have had disadvantage on this anyway because I'm fighting him. But... 13.
13?
Yeah.
That would help if I knew what their DC was. Oh, DC, you just beat it, buddy.
Oh. Good. That's good
We're
news.
good. We're good.
I told you, like, that guy's nice. Fuck you.
And the other one goes, "Is this how you want to do it?" And then he just kind of looks, and then you just see him kind of wave his hand, and you just see a chopping block with Xandrin head over the chopping block, and a miscellaneous hobgoblin getting an axe ready to cut their head off.
Everyone looks very concerned. Where is that in relation to me?
Like 10 feet from you. And then it's your turn.
Can I do... What's the internal math for, like... Okay, a fucking butcher and my best friend just popped up 10 feet from me and they weren't here before. Like, what is that? Is there a thing that I can do to be like, that's clearly not real, or do I fall for it?
Give me an investigation.
Investigation. Okay.
You need your action to do this, though.
Oh, fuck that. No.
You know what?
okay.
I'll say without an action.
Okay.
Just give
Wouldn't
me
it
an
be
investigation.
insight?
Just a quick look. Oh,
Yes, the spell says investigation.
16
Okay.
investigation.
You're able to tell it's fake.
Okay.
It looks like an image that does not speak. One might even say silent.
A silent image. Oh, come on, you nerds! I've seen magic before, and I fucking swing at Gorog.
Okay.
God damn it! A natural one.
Wow.
As you go, you're so mad. You just do a wild thing, and then your glaive just like buries itself into like 8 inches deep into the ground, and you're unable to get your other strike off in this turn with that critical fail.
I have my
That'll end.
bonus action still.
I'll give you your bonus action if you want to kind of take it while it's still stuck in the ground and use your. It's not your pommel strike, or you got something else planned.
Well, at the rate it's in the ground, I'll do something different just to keep with the theme here. Can't use that on myself. I will second wind and reroll and get some HP back here.
Okay.
So we're gonna roll this one and we recover almost full 16 HP. Okay. All right, so that's something. That's my turn. Wait,
Okay.
Beacon of Hope is cast on me.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Does that
it's
apply
full.
to what's
If-
happening here?
Beacon of Hope gives you health every turn.
No, it gives you.
No,
if,
it gives
if
you
you're
full
healed,
health
you don't
through
roll the
all
dice.
heals. Yeah. So he doesn't have to roll. He just takes max. The targets
you just max the
have
dice.
advantage
Yes.
on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws, and regains maximum number of hit points possible from any healing.
Roll me a d20.
Okay.
Either of you, doesn't matter.
Oh,
I got it.
Oh, 14.
It works.
Hey, all right, 18 health then. All right, cool.
Okay.
That's still my turn. All right.
And then then next is Avalon kind of looks over and he's just kind of like, it's wasting my time. And he walks towards you. He takes his glaive. He gets at 10 feet. So if you want to use your reaction, you can.
I'm rolling something else first. What the fuck? I've rolled this dice 3 times in a row, and each time it's been a 10. Picking something else. That's cursed somehow.
It's better than the
Bliss.
Oh my
one.
god, another 10. Oh my god. Every time I'm like, I need to help make a decision, I'm going to roll the dice. I keep getting fucking 10s. So I'm not going to do anything.
Okay. So he comes towards you. He enters his 10 feet. He has a polearm in one hand and a shield in the other hand.
Don't we all?
Fuck
First
that
thing
asshole.
he's
What?
going to do is go to swing and smash you with the shield. And that is a 24 to hit.
Yes.
That'll do 4 bludgeoning.
2 bludgeoning.
Can I get a strength saving throw, please?
I have advantage on that. 19 plus numbers. Do you want it?
No.
26. I give it to you anyway. You're welcome.
Thanks. That makes all the difference. As he hits you with shield, you feel like you're about to get knocked off your feet, but you dig in and keep your feet, and you don't get knocked prone. And then he goes to make a strike on you. It's 19 to hit.
Yes.
That is, oh my god, only 6
Lovely. 3
slashing damage.
damage.
But he will use his martial advantage and add another 18 damage to it.
God damn. All right, 9 damage.
Yeah. And that will. And then he kind of looks over at Gorog. He's just like, Gorog, finish this. And he's casting leadership on Gorog. And that brings us to the bottom of the round. which brings us to your friend Zodug. Zodug looks over at the image of Xandrin getting their head removed. And he's just like, no! And he runs over and tries to like knock the guy over. And he just kind of goes through the image. And at that point, the image is dispersed. And he's just kind of looking at it as he just has like a hand, and his hands and face are all full of dirt.
Good job, bud.
Loser.
Look, he tried.
As he does that, I'll just look at him and say, "This is the Legion you want to join?"
He just kind of looks at you and just kind of spits on the ground. And then that brings us to the in-between round in the in-between world. Because where Tavrock is the real world and you guys are all just in the in-between. What is going on in this hotel room?
So the second Aviana realizes that this is like a darkness thing, and when she says it out loud, she kind of clocks what she's saying. She kind of locks up like a little bit, and like her hands kind of like start to like shake just a tiny bit, and she goes, "Okay, we're not doing this again. We're not doing this again. Okay. And starts essentially muttering like the least formal prayers you've ever heard her mutter, and you haven't even actually heard her pray in a very long time. And you hear her talking to Temtrua, and you hear her talking to Ignis, just essentially like quietly like begging as she is like wringing her hands and going, "Okay, no, we're not gonna. This isn't gonna happen again. Nope, no, we're gonna fix it this time. I can fix it this time, and I'm gonna do that curse of binding thing where I try and rip the darkness out of whatever the thing is, like I've done before." Just frantically muttering, very shaky, very not okay.
We've seen you do this before, right?
Only Almas has.
Almas has.
Okay.
So she's just kind of like, and as she's kind of rubbing her hands, a little bit of that blackness that like has been slowly coming over her fingers kind of essentially corrodes over all of like the veins on her hands up to about her forearm where her coat stops, and you can't see how far up it actually goes.
Yeah.
And one hand on chest over the heart, one hand on the forehead over the mind. And I'm gonna try and just rip it out.
Okay, give me
get out the
a...
vessel?
What roll did I use last time for that?
I don't remember.
I
Give
thought it was
me
wisdom.
we just used your wisdom, yeah. So yeah, give me a roll and add your wisdom modifier.
Okay. I have so I have this. I've been sitting on an inspiration since like session number 1.
You have advantage.
I do have advantage. Why?
Because it's for all of the targets.
For Beacon of Hope, it's a wisdom. I'm rolling a wisdom check, right? I get advantage on a
Oh, it's
wisdom
saving
check.
throws. Sorry,
Yeah.
saving throws.
So
My bad.
I've been sitting on this advantage since session 1.
Use your
I'm gonna
your session 1 advantage for breaking
Jesus
the
Louise.
original guard's head,
No way.
I did
Black Widow
something
style.
because the first roll was a
No.
7. Let's maybe use a different die. Don't worry. We're going up from a 7 to an 8 for nothing.
Okay.
My wisdom is flat. I think it's like an 11. That was almost really cool. Anyway.
All right.
Should I get out the vessel? Are we even still using that thing?
She's not listening. She's just
I'm just talking to
trying not to panic.
Yeah.
I guess
Anything
Almas
else
and
anybody
Bach.
in the group wants to use or do?
I will. I'm extremely unsure, but I'm gonna take out the mirror.
Can somebody put his gauntlets back on him, since it's one of the few things
got one on.
I don't know, that wards away the darkness, as Bach like takes a little platinum ring and puts it on his toe, on Tavrock's toe.
I'll throw the other one on.
Is this it? Is this when we all touch our
No.
items together?
No.
While Tavrock's not mentally present.
Bach activates warding bond.
Okay.
Tavrock now has +1 to his AC and saving throws, and resistance to all, not just like bludgeoning and that, but all types of damage.
Okay.
That he takes.
And his other gauntlets on.
And he's only got one of his own. Okay. Good to know.
I need to know how much damage he takes, because Bach takes the same amount.
Okay. And so we're back to the top of the round. you see the this hooded hobgoblin kind of hunching over now and looking kind of distressed and breathing heavier. He's just kind of like, they're interfering, my lord. And Avladon kind of looks over. He goes, not only do you lean on the powers of these gods, and he kind of spits on the ground, you can't even handle yourself without your so-called friends interfering. Can you do nothing on your own, Tavrock, anymore? Are you even worth having back in the Burned Legion? Do you have any honor left? And then he looks back at the hobgoblin and just kind of nods back to the hooded figure. If you want to have a reply to him, you can.
Say your words don't mean anything to me anymore. Give me all you got. Kill me if you must.
And I get a dexterity saving throw.
Advantage.
Yep.
10.
That is a fail.
I assumed.
And you will take 36 lightning damage.
God damn!
Cut in half.
To 18.
Uh-huh.
And so everybody in the room sees Bach kind of like and kind of like drop to a knee.
Ow! Ow!
You start to see his fur kind of standing on end. And actually, there is another. So he's going to use his arcane advantage to add another 5 damage to that. So we'll give 3 to the hobgoblin and 2 to the raccoon. And that brings us to Gorog.
Wait. Okay, never mind. You're good. I'm sorry.
Gorog just like takes out his has his greatsword out, takes 2 swings. First one misses. Second one is a crit
God
for
damn.
24.
24 to hit?
Yeah. And then he crit with crit damage. Boom.
He's only got a +4 and he's hit me every strike so far? Jesus Christ.
Wow. That's 12 damage.
Half to 6. Wait. So does that include... Does that have the damage I would already have?
Yes. So you take 3 damage and Bach takes 3 damage.
Okay. Awesome.
And now... Oh, and he's gonna use his martial advantage for another D4 worth of damage. Which gives us... I don't know what the fuck a D4 is.
He's gonna deal 1 damage to me, no matter
1
what.
damage. Yeah, 1 damage. There you go. And that brings us to one of the shadowy dudes. And he's going to just start pounding at you too. Miss. 21 to hit. For 5 damage.
Half to 2 and then halved again, so 1.
Yep. No, and its turn, it kind of bamfs another 30 feet. And from the other side, you see darts coming at you. That's 20 to hit.
Hits.
What's your AC?
That's a miss.
19 now that you've buffed it.
That's a crit. And a miss. So the first one is a big old 7 damage.
Half to 3, then halved again. I'll take the 2.
Okay.
And then boom, big old crit. Ooh, max damage, 11 damage.
Half to 5, and then halved again.
Yep. That brings us up to Mr. Tavrock, and this one bamfs again.
All right. Recognizing, hearing the thing he said, the whoever this caster is behind me, I'm going to, because he is in melee range with me, I'm going to swing around and attack him twice.
Okay.
We're going to make bold choices here. Reckless.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
I fucking know it is. I
This
know
is
it
a
is. They're
high
hitting me every
AC,
time
bud.
anyway. Hitting me
High
every time
AC.
anyway. On the wizard,
Huge.
23.
That hits.
And second attack, act, 25.
That hits as well.
All right, so let me actually hit things for the first time in this fight. All right, that is 9, 11, 21, 20. How much does my rage add? Another 2, so 25 damage to him.
25 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then bonus action attack, because all of my bonus actions are for helping people.
No, you can help kill people.
Wait. How close to me
Shot.
is Zodug?
Zodug?
You said he kind of dove into that image, right?
Yeah, he's 15 feet away.
Fuck, okay, never mind. All right.
Because it was 10 feet away and he dove through it, so I'll give him the 5 feet past it.
Yep. It's 26 to hit
That'll hit.
for that one, and then this is gonna do D4 plus 7.
Damn.
That's 4, so that's 11 damage. And then I'm going to use Uphold the Legion, because of course I am. Because fuck these motherfuckers. And that's another 2d6 on top of that.
Does
And
that
that
empower
is
them? Because they're the Legion? And you are not?
No,
You've been
just
removed
me.
from it?
It does well, maybe it's not so legiony. Maybe it's a little different this time. Maybe it's not so legiony, maybe it's a little maybe like how would I describe that, Mike? What do you think?
When did you roll? Erica E?
You know what I'm hinting at. No. The dice are good. It does 8 damage.
Okay.
Uphold the darkness.
But it's just no, it's I don't know. It's maybe a little more like wispy and whimsical. I don't know how to describe that with an attack, but there you go.
Okay.
Maybe I just bonk him on the head. I don't know, but that's
They are all
Oh.
sorts of fucking thing. They look like they're within like an inch of dying.
that was 44 damage, so I hope so.
And he just kind of he's like looks like you and he goes and then that'll end your turn.
He's marked. Just
Okay. Well,
doesn't do me a single bit of good, but he's
Av-
marked.
Avladon just kind of looks at you and he goes he's just like and he just like goes to bash you with his shield again.
He's breathing
Actually-
heavy too.
No, he's not breathing heavy. Actually, he's
Oh,
not
okay.
going to. He's just going to give you attacks. That's it. Nope. 25 to hit.
It's
7 damage.
half to 3, and then half again. I'll take 2.
And then he's going to use his other ability that gives him 19 damage. An extra 19 damage on top of that.
Half to 9, and then halved
And
again. So I'll take 5.
his last attack is a miss. And then that brings us to Zodug, who gets up. And he's just kind of like, and you see him draw his sword. And he goes to take a swing. And Zodug swings and crits. And where is this fucking? Where is it? And he hits for boom, 6 damage. Fucking crit for 6 damage
Woo!
on Gorog.
Yeah.
I also like to point out that Mike has crit like 6 or 7 times in this fight.
Yeah, use them all
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Or not all of them, but like don't.
You've
The-
crit, you've crit more in this
don't
one fight than I
continue
have this
this.
entire campaign.
This has all been in the
More than
D&D.
he has this entire campaign.
And I've crit a couple times I haven't mentioned.
Oof.
And yeah, that'll end Zola. And he kind of looks, he just kind of looks up. I see you've made your choice, Zodug. And then the hooded figure's just kind of like, and he just kind of looks over at Zodug, looks over at our hobgoblin. You're right in his grill now, aren't you?
Yeah, he's been in my melee range the whole time. I
So
mean, he's 10 feet from me.
Yeah. So he's 10 feet?
Yeah, 10 feet, yeah.
Oh, good. So he's not within 5 foot then.
He's in melee range. If it's ranged attacks, melee range is what counts.
Is it?
Yeah, that's why I fucking do this.
So then he's going to make a spell attack against you.
Disadvantage.
No, he doesn't have disadvantage.
He doesn't? Oh, because I reckless.
It's a touch spell, so he has advantage.
Shit. Okay.
And I crit
Is it wearing
again.
armor? God damn it, Mike.
It's a spell, though. Can you crit on a spell? What
Yes,
does
you
it
can.
Certainly
mean?
can on ones you roll for.
Oh, 1D&D,
So-
when will you come for me?
What is that?
And
What is that
that's a
hand grabby lightning spell? Is that what this is?
Yeah, shocking grasp.
Ah.
That is 14.
Half
Lightning
to
damage,
7.
and you can't take reactions to the start of its next turn, so you can't make reactions this turn.
Okay.
And because it was a spell, he can use his fancy ability, giving you another 8 damage, lightning damage, half and half.
4.
And that brings us to Gorog next. And Gorog is just kind of like, looks at you. That's a 21 to hit. Hits you
Was
for
Gorog
6.
bottom of the round?
Gorog is
top.
Do we get another turn?
Yeah, I'll give you guys something to do. Hit you guys some random. Yeah. So if you all you seeing Tavrock, his pulse is dimming and whatnot.
You've got one more shot at this. I can try again. I have one more blood maledict I can use. But keep going. You do your stuff
anyone
first, guys.
heal?
Yeah, I'm not he's not going to survive much longer because I sure as heck ain't. Says Bach.
Let's see what sort of healing stuff I have.
I mean, I have
Not
healing.
very good.
Yes. Do we want
you
Lesso?
you
We
should
have a Lesso too, right?
you should do that.
Because
Uh,
our other option here, if this isn't going to work, is to kill him and just revivify him. Because at that point, whatever magic is over his mind is dealt with.
Oh no!
I mean, you're not wrong.
With darkness. Well, actually, I'll be honest, not listening. Before we use a bunch of spells, can I try and blood maledict again? Curse of binding, darkness garbage. I have 2 uses of it. I've only used 1.
Go for it.
Time to fail, and we looked it up, and it's supposed to. We treat it like a spell attack, so it's intelligence plus proficiency.
Okay.
Oh, give me that garbage! Oh my Jesus Christ! I can't.
Unis Christ.
Unis Christos. 25.
Unis Crisco.
Ooh.
Okay. I will keep that in mind.
I'm
Okay.
gonna do a 2nd level healing word
Okay.
on Tavrock. And that is going to be what is that? 8 plus. So it's not for a lot, but it's for 11 points of healing. If that does anything.
Okay. You cast the spell, you feel it go into him, but we'll find out if anything happens.
I mean, I have lay on hands, so I could give him 50 points if I wanted to.
There is also a raccoon that needs
we also
tending
need
to
a
as
raccoon
well.
that needs tending to, and if
That's
boss goes
true.
down, the spell drops
Can you
too,
do
right?
something
true.
like aerial, maybe?
AOE healing? No.
That is not a paladin feature.
I've never played one. I don't know.
How rough is Bach looking?
He's just over half. If he drops, there's not a problem because he's got an infused parapet
wound closure?
of wound closure, so he
Mhm.
stabilizes immediately, right?
And a paladin next to him.
Yeah, the stabilization part is fine.
And
It's the
advantage
loss
on
of
death
warding bond that
saves.
is the concern.
Well, so Bach is giving a order as a bonus action to Brutus to stand next to next to Tavrock and guard, and then I'm going to put haste on Tavrock.
Okay.
No, because I'm just saying maybe we should also pump a bit of healing into Bach
Right.
instead, because we want to keep all of that damage down as much as we can. And if Bach goes down, then the warding bond goes away, and also
That's
now the
true.
haste goes away.
Yeah, and he's getting bonuses beyond just having the damage resistance
Yeah.
from everything I'm pumping on,
Yeah, the +1 to AC is probably helping.
and the save.
Yeah, and the save. So I say we heal up Bach a bit. Aviana's freaking out. Almus
Yes.
has pom poms.
Okay.
Go
Almus has
team!
pom poms. Oh, I thought you were like cheering for his death. Like,
No,
Jesus.
he's almost his go team go because he's a big blasty wizard who doesn't.
You definitely need some warding spells. Says Bach to Almas.
Can you identify what it is? Maybe just sit and like
I'll
work on
start
an identify
casting
spell.
identify.
Even though we know it's not a spell, it's fine.
But yeah, Laura will heal Bach for 30 hit points. Is that
Sweet. Yeah, that works.
good? Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, she just puts a hand on the raccoon's shoulder and says, "This is very strange. Is it always like this with you people?"
Oh,
It
sometimes.
went downhill when my dad left. Says
All
Bach.
right. We're back in Dream World. You see the Hobgoblin caster like dropping to a knee now. He's just like, "We must finish this. They keep interfering. I cannot hold them at bay much longer." And then 15 to hit.
Miss.
15 to hit.
Miss.
21 to hit.
Hits.
Wait. Is he getting the bonus to the AC for the haste?
No, he is not.
Okay.
Did heal any?
He did not.
Oof. Okay.
That was 5 damage.
Half to 2. Which is
brings
then
us-
again half to 1. So 1 damage.
Yep. That brings us to the next stealthy dude, and he's going to fire a couple more darts at you. That's 8 to hit,
Misses.
6 to hit, 13 to hit,
Misses.
12 to hit.
This man got 4 attacks. Misses.
Yeah, they get 4 attacks.
God damn.
And so Tavrock, as these 8 darts just like pelt off of you, it's up to you. Zodug is now come off and stabbed Gorog.
Weird question. Has Tavrook been able to like hear us?
Not that he's aware of.
Okay.
Is where is he attacking Gorog from? Is he next to me at this point or no?
He's
Is he
on
the
the
other
other
side
side of Gorog because he
Oh,
was
son.
on the original side where you were, and you went around.
That's correct. Okay. All right. So then, yeah, we're going after the caster again. 2
Okay.
more. At least 2 more strikes. Reckless.
Oh shit! I forgot the advantage. I had advantage all that round.
You didn't use the whole round?
No, that's my bad though.
Dang.
Yeah, I totally forgot you went reckless, and I had advantage on everything.
20 to hit.
That hits.
To be fair, I did tell you for at least one of them that you had advantage.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
That hits.
All right. I'm going to roll another attack.
No, you don't need to. He's got 1 HP.
Oh, okay. All
So
right.
the caster,
So
as
then
you,
I just, as he's on the
stab
ground, I
through
just
him?
fucking wail on him. Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, he's dead. He's just like, ugh, it won't last much longer. And he,
As I'm this
Yeah.
close, does he look familiar at all?
No.
No, just a random dildo. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to. Now that he's dead, I'm gonna kind of swing around so I can be next to still within Gorog and Avladon's melee, but be also next to what's my guy's name? Zodug.
Mhm.
And I'm going to use. That's a bonus action. Okay. Just double checking. I have 3 things I can do. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and attack Gorog with advantage, which is a
Okay.
25. Finally
Hits.
hit him. Okay, and that's going to be this many damages. 7 plus 7 is 14.
Okay.
And then bonus action, I am using help on Zodug. Yeah. And I'm using the Fey gift of hospitality to gain 1d6 plus 4 temporary hit points.
Okay.
Which gives me the max. Is that a healing spell? Temporary hit points, probably not. But I still get 9.
It works. Yeah, you get max.
Oh, hell yeah, 10.
Okay, second end your turn.
And yep, that's the turn.
That brings us to Avladon. He just kind of looks at you. He goes. He just stops and just like, I've had enough of this. You are no longer worthy of the Burned Legion. I will destroy you and all you care about. Starting with her. And he just kind of turns around and starts to walk away. And as he's walking away, they all just fade to like almost like a mist. And next thing you know, you kind of blink. And you see like your whole party just like hovering above you, just kind of staring at your face.
Darkness check, darkness
Real?
check, darkness check, darkness check. 16.
Oh, here, and I will grab out a healing potion for him.
Okay.
Let's see. Hold on, I have it somewhere. Yeah, it's just a normal healing potion. Here. I'll give him 2 of them.
Okay.
Here, you look like you need the strength this.
He coughs up some blood. It's like,
You get max.
I do. Was it
Well-
2d4 plus 4?
Yeah, from both of them.
12 twice, so 24?
And it hasn't quite. I mean, here in a few seconds, that'll go away because the minute will be up.
Oh, so we got like a minute of max healing?
Yeah, during
I
that
think
whole
it's half
thing,
of
there
it.
was a full minute of max healing.
Oh, sweet.
So if anybody wants to heal themselves, like now's a good time.
Sweet.
Good question.
So
Well,
we
if
probably
those
have.
healing-
How many rounds was that? We had like 3 or 4 rounds.
Oh, I actually have them counted.
How,
you put
how
up
badly
the
hurt does
second round.
Tavrock still look?
4 rounds.
2,
4
yeah.
rounds.
And you
Okay,
cast it into the
so-
second round, so they would have been 3 rounds.
Okay.
Mhm.
How
So there's 7
badly
more.
hurt does Tavrock still look?
I'm at a third of my full capability.
Sweet.
That's a lot, actually.
Bach actually
Wow.
slaps him hard for 1 point of damage, then Arcane Jolt, and does that repeatedly.
Wait, what?
Arcane
Here.
Jolt. If you hit something, if you hit a target, you can then choose either to inflict additional like 2d6 force damage or 2d6 healing to a
Stop,
creature or
stop,
object
stop,
within
stop.
30 feet of the target. You're the
So he's
target.
you for technically 11 then?
Well,
'Cause he
technically,
heals you for 12 and damages you for 1.
and I do it. Repeat. Slap, 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 slap.
That
How
is
many
my new
times?
favorite.
That's an interesting ability.
How many times
So-
does that
Hard
happen?
advisors.
So yeah, you can have 55 hit points back. Slap, 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 slap,
Jesus
slap, slap, slap.
Christ.
My new
Alright.
favorite.
That's
I'm
wild.
pretty sure I have more hit points than the rest of the party now.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
good.
probably.
You also
yeah.
have a level of exhaustion.
Speaking of exhaustion,
course.
hey Mike, am I dying again?
I mean, I'm fine.
No, you're not. It
Cool.
didn't. You're not. You didn't pull anything out or thing like something interfered.
Okay, and I did it. There's no darkness left, right? Because I all this is happening. Aviana's having is mother henning, and like check is gone full like doctor. Like if I don't focus
Give
on
me
this
a
right now,
darkness
I'm
check.
going to pass
Yeah,
out.
did any darkness, like any mist shit come out? Because the mirror was out.
21.
You do not sense it's fading. You do sense it from who,
Yeah.
but not from Tavrock.
Who shall
right
not
now.
be named?
Okay. Aviana promptly leaves the room, finds the closest washroom and vomits.
You have to step over a bunch of pillows.
That's fine.
Vomit
Continue.
on the pillows.
Fucking fellas. Hey, Tavrook, what the fuck happened? You good? You were
that
like
was
knocked out.
That was very. He looks around the room a little bit and sees he's in a bed, very naked, and just pulls some sheets up. And he's like, "That was the worst dream I've ever had, and probably not a dream. Probably more than a dream."
You ruined a perfectly good pillow fight today. Says Block, very disappointed.
Not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Calm down.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know what. It definitely seemed like that wasn't just in my head. That seemed like they had found a way to target me or something.
You were definitely covered in lumps and bruises.
That feels right. That feels right. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. This isn't the first time. This is the worst this has happened, but this isn't the first time.
This
Other-
happened before?
I've had other dreams like this. Not exactly like this, but like this. Something's happening. And it happened earlier tonight, but it wasn't a dream. When I went to that meeting with Zodug, it wasn't Zodug there. It was my old captain. And Zodug was there, but in his armor, it didn't make any sense. And they were trying to get me to go back and rejoin the Legion, but by the time I figured it all out, they disappeared, and the real Zodug ran up behind me wearing his same stable uniform. So I just assumed it was magic or hallucination or something. It's happened tonight. And I don't know. I can't tell what's real and what's in my head anymore. What did it look like out here? I mean, I know you said I had bruises.
What, he wasn't reacting much, right? It was just bruises and stuff were popping up.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you didn't seem too responsive. It was just your body was reacting in welts and bruises. But you weren't really moving.
Also,
Your eyes were white as a sheet.
Also, healing magic didn't seem to be working right. Or any magic that was infecting the body physically.
I mean,
I
don't
know one way to
know.
find out. Zodug was in my dream, and he seemed like he was just as confused as I was, and also thought it was a dream, which is weird, because in dreams people don't acknowledge that it's a dream. So if they were trying to pull us back or something, he would know. In the interest of quickness, can Tavrock throw on pants real quick and run to Zodog's house? If
Yes.
the group wants to come with him.
Is the group going to go
Sure,
with him?
we'll give you privacy to put your pants on.
No, I'll stay in the room.
I've already been like this the whole time. Throw 'em on, it's fine.
No, yeah, let's go see Zodog.
It's fine.
As you all walk out of the King's Pillow, you get like down the street and you see running with just pants on a hobgoblin, and it's Zodog running towards you,
My
hair
God.
half braided.
Is this
and,
a hobgoblin trait? I'm just sleeping totally nude.
We're free people, you know.
and
We're very rigid for some things, but other things we're loose, you know.
Pretty loose.
and they
Stick
and you see
flopping
Zodog
in the
in the corner running towards you. He just kind of stops and makes eye contact with you.
I'm guessing you're not sprinting at me with just your pants on down the street for no reason.
He doesn't say anything to you. He just kind of falls to his knees in front of you at like your feet, and just you can hear him just absolutely bawling, and he's just like, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't believe what I did. They saved me, and I gave them up."
So
He's just gone. We have to help them. And he just like
No,
grabs
no.
on your pant leg.
stand up. Stand up, jeez. Goodness Christ.
As he starts to get up, he's weak in the knees. He's bawling. He's just kind of like, I can't believe it. All she did for me. What are they gonna do to her?
Well,
What are they gonna do to all of them?
if you see what they're doing to us, a continent away, you can imagine. So, here's what's going on. Zodog was smuggled out by an old friend of mine. The Legion is working for whoever's in charge in Grotria. Some elf that definitely took over. It seems like exactly the same situation we've run into before. And it's not the same as it used to be. Helping people leave. And unfortunately, it seems like our dream was very real. I don't. Do any of you know how that makes sense at all?
Almas has got a spell that does that.
What is that? What do you mean?
The one that
We don't
you
know that. We don't know that.
Oh, we don't? Okay.
No.
Are we
we
talking about a
don't.
dream spell? Oh yeah, no one knows about that.
Okay. Never mind.
No.
No, there's. He looks to Almas then. Is there any spells that does that?
For that specifically, what exactly happened to Tavrock and him? Not that I know of.
And this is different from earlier tonight. He didn't see the people that I was talking to by the woods. So that I thought it was just me. Just, I grew up a little bit, but this is different.
Yeah, like they forced two people out of their bodies into a certain location. Like that's, I don't know.
I just like I'm just babbling, says Bach. But has anyone considered the possibility that all those fancy items you have, the darkness has probably got something identical to that on its side? And those fancy things do all sorts of stuff that it goes well beyond what normal magic can do.
We know about at least one old dark artifact, don't we? Aviana, didn't you read in the book at some point about some dark sword or something? It's called like Black Razor or something. Did I dream that, Mike?
No, that happened.
I think that was Star Wars.
No.
So
That happened.
That happened. So
It was
okay.
a dark
So,
saber.
That was the book that Avianus and almost stole from the Church of Cognis, using his suggestion spell to getting you this book for like 8 hours, and
yeah.
Never
So-
that's
returning it, I
right.
think.
So we
So
know
he
there were
moved.
old like dark artifacts.
So there's no stretch of the imagination.
yeah, you're
that
walking around
this-
with one.
this elven woman. That this elven woman has one of those artifacts and is using it to ensorcel the entire legion, as well as to reach out and try to drag the souls, if it were, says Bach.
To be
kicking
fair,
and screaming back.
she was raised to be a politician, so
Oh, you know her. Why is that not a surprise?
oh, I thought that would have
You
Couldn't
know,
hurt.
you know, like Bach says,
Wait,
can we do a party vote? Can we do a party vote at this point? Anytime one of Aviana's old
does
acquaintances
Aviana
shows up,
react
We
to
can-
that? What is it Fezzy?
no, it's
Oh
Kaloon.
wait, Kaloon. That's right, Kaloon. My gosh,
So-
Fezzy's a
Yep.
dude, right?
Yeah.
Can we just have a vote anytime one of Aviana's old acquaintances shows up? We just set them on fire.
No, but you know,
No,
we
but
discussed
we already
this.
knew that
we
this
know
was
this.
a thing. Yeah,
All the 4 old friends of hers are all now.
leaders.
It was part of the discussion. We found out that like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
like there was a human and an elf and a halfling and then another elf, and then
Yeah.
Aviana's like, wow, like 3 guesses as to who all those people are.
Yeah. Aviana's friends are all agents of bad god. We understand.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about it. It's fine. Laurel,
Yeah.
They're
Laurel,
the
it's fine.
horse
Yeah,
people of the
Laurel's just like
apocalypse.
watching this conversation, like, what is
Yeah,
happening?
You get
yeah.
it, you
So
get
she was raised to be a
Yes,
politician, so she hated it, but wasn't bad at it.
We think Fezzy is here, right?
No,
Potentially. Where's Fezzy?
In Revlon, you mean, no.
Fezzi's no. In
No, in
Revlon is
Revlon.
someone else.
We don't know
We,
who that
is. Okay.
It's Greg. Greg is in Revlon.
Greg. Oh yeah, Greg Miller's.
There's another elf in Revlon. Fezzy is in. I always get it wrong. It's not Magrum. We don't know who's in Magrum.
Pelorus.
Pelorus.
Yep, he's in Pelorus,
That's
and then
right.
Kaloon is in, and then no one knows what's going on in Magrum because there's been nothing
Yeah.
from them.
But Bach's right. Someone
And Brelic was in.
with
Right.
strong magic is
What you call it?
fucking with hobgoblins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And magic usually wasn't her forte, to be honest. But at this point, it doesn't really matter, does it?
At this
I
point,
mean,
we're gonna need.
darkness wasn't really their forte before.
At this point,
either,
we're gonna
now
need
they're
all the help we
infested.
can get. At this point, says Bach. You all are trying to save the world and all that, but like, it's like he's looking up. Like it says, "I'm not trying to be a douche or anything, but you're having problems saving yourselves at this point."
Yeah, well,
It's just an observation.
that's what we're doing, right? That's why we're going to Not Chicken. That's why we're going to the capital.
Yeah. Exactly. We're already working on that. I mean, look, Buck. We made a new tiefling friend. You're a friend, right? Like now,
Ally?
so far, yeah. Whatever.
That works.
It's isn't it just the
Besties.
same? Yeah. We'll be really good friends very quickly. Don't worry. Almas and I only make the best decision.
100% of the time.
Okay.
Yeah. 1,000. But
Uh,
yeah, see, Buck, we're gaining allies. We're helping people. We're traveling for a very specific ally right now. Hopefully, he will join us with many of his own allies.
And I'll look at
So the things
Zodug.
you say don't fall on deaf ears.
Are you coming too? Because obviously you're in it now, bud. I don't know what to tell you.
He stops. He actually looks back to where he came. You can see there's a bag there in the distance. Looks like most of his belongings. He's just like. He looks at Tavrock. He goes, "They said there was a ship to the east that'll take us to Grotria. I plan on leaving on that ship and killing everyone on it and sailing back and saving them all."
Those are big plans.
And he kind of stares at Tavrock and just kind of looks at the rest of the party. He goes, Will you come with me?
He kind of looks up at the group. He goes, I've been running for a very long time. And at this point, I think what I've been running from is catching up with me. I can't run anymore. It's here.
So, is this it? You're gonna leave us just the same way Chalk did?
Maybe.
I'll go over to
Very
Tavrock.
different now.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I'm like, hey, I get it. I mean, you got to do. It was just like Chalk. He went off to do what he had to do. We went back to him. I mean, it's tough. You know, we'd rather you be here, but if you got to take care of it, we can come find you later. We got to gather up allies anyways.
We can also always go with you.
Could do that too.
But I don't know if you want us there. For something like this.
Ogre just kind of goes, I'm leaving this morning. It'll be easier to get if it's just the two of us.
I would like very much for you. I know I can't ask that of you. I know this is important. I know just going to Gritchery is less important. There's more. Jock can help more.
Lean up in your microphone more.
Oh, hey. Jock can help more. He can. This is the right move. There's a reason we were doing this from the beginning anyway, but things change. And I feel better about the four of you than I do the people back there, especially with our new friend here.
Be careful. I don't know what that thing that happened this morning was. And I don't know what to tell you about it. Don't take off your gauntlets. Not even to sleep. I don't shower with them on. I don't care if you have the grossest wrists. I don't have anything else I can give you.
Here's a vial of blood as it just kind of wipes it off her face.
I'm gonna go in for the big, I'll say warrior's hug. Jesus Christ, the thing with the forearms, and pull them in, and then gonna like point to the thing that's in your. I'm assuming it's still in your hair. The little thing I gave you
The
back in the
snake
day.
can't be
100%.
trusted.
100% it is.
Yeah, as I said, I do the arm wrist thing. Like, all right, we'll be here. Don't lose that, by the way. You're gonna need that.
As you go to back away and like release my hand, Tavrock pulls you back in and gives you a hug.
Oh boy.
Oh.
I need to roll for this. Don't know how to do that.
You're rolling for it.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna run away.
He does like smooching in his D&D.
I do. Yeah.
Does.
I'll sit there with it for a second. though,
Yes,
for sure.
that's what I need right now.
And he appreciates it, of course.
And Joe Dog's like, don't worry, I'll take care of him. And you're just kind of like, all look at him like, this dude can't handle shit. But
So I don't even have a wife beater on. I'm not worried about what Zodar's talking about.
It's true.
Just don't go getting yourself killed. I think the world still needs you.
No. If anything's gonna kill me, you guys are gonna be there for it.
I want to make the joke of wouldn't be the first friend I killed, but I feel like that's a little tasteless.
won't be the first, won't be the last.
Won't be the last.
I mean, if anyone gets to kill you, it will definitely be us.
I think I can get us some horses from the stay and pay.
Got a horse already. His name is
That's
Hector.
not a. That sounds like a fucking brothel.
I already got one. It's fine.
His name is Hector.
So,
What's up, Bar?
so you're really gonna leave?
Yeah.
I mean, Bach, we when your dad finally decided that he had to go home, we had to let him. So
How quickly can you guys get the nut chicken? How quickly can we get the nut chicken?
We
weeks,
give
right?
him the math calculation for how long it takes to get to nut chicken.
If not much happens, an episode or two.
But one episode. No, I think we were yeah, it was I think we have
It's a
couple
ways.
weeks. It's still a couple weeks still.
Yeah.
So I'll
Yeah.
say a month to be overestimated.
So, still a fair ways off.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then we have to get to Gertrude from there, so it'll be a while.
Yeah.
You
So
okay?
I guess you guys need to tell my dad that I'll have to see him later. I made a promise to protect, or he made me promise to protect all of you. Right now, he needs the most protection, not the rest of you.
Okay. I'm not gonna stop you from making an adult decision. Are you sure?
It's like, that's why I was born. That's why I gained sentience. It was his send-off. My dad wanted to make sure that there was someone here to make sure that you were all protected. Whether you listened to my advice, he kind of like waves an angry finger at yeah, was up to you. But if you were gonna go to my dad, it's like he'll be able to protect you. He's heading in the opposite direction. Who's gonna protect him?
I guess so. Okay, that's fair enough, I guess. Yeah.
Just tell him that that I'll see him later, and that we can talk later. Thank him that he gave me sentience. Is that the right term?
You got it.
Mhm.
I'll get down
Yeah.
on a knee and give you a handshake. I would have loved to see you two talk face to face. That would have been fun for everybody, but I understand.
Yeah, we've never had the opportunity, have we?
No, it would have been great, but I understand. Make
It
sure.
would have been nice to actually talk to my dad.
Yeah, I get it. But yeah, you take care of each other, you two.
Yeah, I'll take care of him. I'll make sure he get. Yeah, I'll make sure that when we all meet up, he's still in one piece.
All right.
You get to not chicken, because
Tali just stops you mid conversation, and Tali is gonna grab you and give you the biggest hug and like little scritches behind your ears. It's like, Buck, I know he was your dad, but I've been there since the beginning, and I'm gonna miss you so much.
like, you're getting tears on my fur. He kind of says,
I know.
he makes these little whimpering sounds. Look. It's like I know. It's like him wanting Tavrock wanting to leave was abrupt, but if he's got something he's got to do overseas, it's like I said. I
I
was
know.
given this gift
I-
for a purpose, just like you guys were given these artifacts for a purpose. It's
I
like
know. I'm just gonna miss all the shenanigans. You might not remember, but your dad used to make you do these crazy things just to get me, like, I think I still have a jar of buttons somewhere.
you make sure you keep those buttons. Those are valuable
will.
buttons.
They are.
I just wish I had had an opportunity to finish all the gifts or the magical items that I was going to craft for all you guys.
Are we gonna get our money back on those?
I think you owe them some gold.
Yeah, I think so.
All sales are final.
I'm very upset.
All
but I would
sales
like
are
my money
final,
back.
says Bach with a grin.
Just you know, don't forget us.
Why would I forget you?
We won't forget you.
It's like it's like, why would I forget you? He kind of like he rummages into one of his pockets and pulls out a stone and hands it to Tally. After all, we'll still be in touch.
I'll take the stone.
It's a sending stone.
And look after this jackass. He's gonna need it.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm going.
Even in my dreams, I'm not very good at fighting alone.
Brutus and I will make sure that he's safe.
Brutus too.
Oh.
I will walk up and do that thing where you like pat a dog's like torso because you can't pet him.
Clunk, clunk, clunk.
Yeah, it's just like clunk clunk.
All right.
Did you
it's- so
did you guys want to take Moan with you too? Just
No.
Extra
funny,
protection,
Vienna. It's not gonna happen.
Don't do that.
I'm not going
Don't
anywhere.
do that.
I'm staying right here.
you're sure? I think
Gonna
they
be
could
your
really
best
use your help.
friends.
They could really use your help,
Me and
Mo.
Vienna to the end.
Are you sure?
Oh, Laura wouldn't know this, but my familiar, who's a little closet, has a New Zealand accent.
I
Yes.
have been informed.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
But it's the first time you're saying
Also, when Aviana says that, Tavrock, she looks at you like she's like, please take him, please.
No.
I do. If you're gonna do one thing for me in this lifetime, make this be it, please.
I wish I
it's like so.
I'd
Bach
love to,
gets
but
Bach climbs on top of Brutus because that's his mount and says, "I got my horse, or closest thing to it."
I just ran here somewhere. You guys all know I'm a pretty emotional person. Lots of different ones, but I don't plan on that stopping now. But I love you all so much, and I know you're going to be great with or without me. And I'll be in Grotria when you get there.
Give
Yeah.
him another hug. Tell him we love him
It's
again.
only a month, right? A month and a half, 2 months.
We'll have
What's
that
that?
bitch's head on a pike. Zoda kind of pops in. Then he realizes like this isn't the moment, and kind of like steps back.
Not the best time.
And,
Yeah,
and
maybe there won't be a problem with Gratria by the time you get there.
Best.
yeah, then
Best
don't
case.
be a stranger, Tally. It's like that stone works every day.
Okay. I'll definitely keep tabs.
We'll keep you up to date with what's going on and when we get there and everything else.
That works. So
Or just
Yeah.
kind of Zodug kind of like, "Oh, I need to grab a horse, and I
hey,
believe yours is still at the stay and pay.
before you go, Tavrock, are you, since you're going home will you still need the mask?
No, actually, I'm I think I'm done hiding. And he like unlatches it from his helmet and hands it over.
Were you? Oh, I guess you didn't have your illusion up, did you? You just were, to be fair, in
No,
pants and a
this was
helmet.
just normal. Yeah. I had it somewhere, probably keep it in my pocket or something. As much
Yeah.
as I've been using it even without the armor, but yeah.
Thanks. This will definitely come in handy. Especially if, there's people after us now.
We got to go.
All right, so
Yeah.
I will
This has
step
been
back with the rest of the group.
Now
good luck.
we should go while there's still daylight. That's right? Yeah. Daylight. Yeah, that's fine.
We must go find the
As
ship."
as soon as they get out of eye shot, I use the sending stone, and I just
Go.
say, testing,
Yeah.
1 2.
I can hear you loud and clear. Over. Yeah. Bach takes
It
out
works.
It kills
takes
it
out a
as he
pouch.
says over. It kills it. It disenchants it.
1
Oh,
2.
So he before he leaves, he drops a bag of coins on the ground because that's what he had from everybody that he had borrowed to start making magical items, but he never got around to it.
oh. Look, Tally, we get our money back. I forget how much I gave. Anyway.
That's what really makes her break down.
You
Money!
gave him. Aviana gave him 200 gold. Almost gave him 100.
Oh.
Tavrock gave him 500, but he's coming
Less.
with me, so it's all right.
Inventory. 200 gold.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think it might have been 1 or something, or
I don't. You and Quill did not give him any money on my
Oh.
list, unless it was later on.
I think it was the next session, but I didn't give him that much.
Okay.
I don't know how many. I just.
It doesn't matter. I'm rich as fuck. Richer than all you heathens.
I don't know. I haven't spent any money. Anyway.
I'm still pretty rich.
So
Friendship.
So Tavrock goes and he gets his armor, fully suits up for the first time in a couple months at this point.
Zodug puts his on as well.
The three of us head to the
And
east.
Bach's got his half plate on.
In the middle.
Yeah.
I imagine it's like boom, boom, and whoop. So one of these things ain't. It's 2 men and a baby here.
Bach kind of looks up at the two grown men. So are you two my dads now? No,
I think
just kidding.
I imagine
Zodug
there's
is
a
the
lot of
baby.
as you're riding in between, you look to the right, you're looking at horse you know what, you look to the left, you're looking at horse you know what as you're continuing on this ride.
It's to glory.
And with that, that'll end tonight's session. And I just want to say thanks to Jake for joining us on this campaign, and he'll be taking a step back from the aisle for the foreseeable, and we wish him the best in his endeavors.
Sure endeavors.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Love you, TJ.
So we'll see you next week on the Isle of Misfit Rolls.
Bow, 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 bow.